Know how much emotional pain I was carrying until Kriya Yoga helped me face it and release it. It is gentle, but it goes deep. If you're dealing with emotional wounds, anxiety, or old trauma, this practice could help you come back to your center. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or join my free school at kriyayogashop.com.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.
Welcome to our June 25th Vedagurudev live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang. We are joined by our illustrious, honored, auspicious guests. We have two more today, so it's a special day. First, we're joined by Goddess Lakshmi Devi, who's behind Babaji. I will say her mantra 3 times. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Next to her is the highest of them all, Lord Shiva, pure consciousness himself. And I will say his mantra 3 times. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Next to Lord Shiva is the Lord of Success, remove of all obstacles, Lord Ganesha. And I will say his mantra 3 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We are also joined by 2 other honored Kriya Yoga guests. The fountainhead of Kriya Yoga, the immortal Himalayan yogi, Babaji. And I will say his mantra 3 times. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. We are also joined by Kriya Yogini Lakshmi. And I will say her mantra 3 times also. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. So now that we welcomed all our auspicious, honored guests, before we start our June 25th Satsang, make sure you subscribe right here, Vedagurudev YouTube channel. We're getting very close to 1,000. We just need a couple more subscribers. So make sure you subscribe there. And if you want to discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga, 100% free, go to kriyayogashop.com. And we have very interactive classes there, 100% free. It's probably way better than what you would get if you would pay a lot of money to these other yoga programs. And also, if you need help, book a call with me, Vedagurudev. Go to Kriya Yoga Masterclass. You'll see a red button. It says book a call, pick your date and time, and you will see me live on the call, and we will solve all your problems. And if you want to get started, there's also a red button there, Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Join the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, and we'll get started on your Kriya Yoga journey. So without further ado, let's start our June 25th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang. So if you have any questions, put them in the YouTube chat. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates and see all of our beautiful motivational Kriya Yoga Babaji quotes every day. So with that said, Veronica, how you doing today?
I am great. I am so happy to be here. This is my happy place. So I'm putting it out in the universe. This is what I want to do all the time, every day. But I'm here. I'm happy to be here. So it looks like everything is running smoothly. So it looks like the sun is going to work in our favor.
Yeah, well, it's early. Give it some time.
Yeah. I'm not going to. Well, we have Babaji and Mataji holding down the fort. So hopefully they can help us.
They will clear the path, so it's always a great day when you could honor Babaji, Mataji, Shiva, Lakshmi, and Lord Ganesha. So thank you, God.
Thank you.
Beautiful day to be. It's an outstanding day to be a Kriya yogi.
Well, I was thinking maybe to keep the energy good, maybe we can start off with the Purna Sudi meditation and just
let's start with the Purna Sudi. Calm your mind, still your mind. So okay, we'll start with Purna Sudi. So how you do Purna Sudi for all the people out there, if you straighten your spine. If you don't know how to straighten your spine, imagine a string on top of your head. Pull that string up, shoulders back, chest expanded, and slowly and gently close your eyes. You inhale through both nostrils, exhale through both nostrils. With no holding the breath, no breath retention. Imagine on the inhale, like a wave coming into the shore. Imagine on the exhale, like a wave going out to the ocean. In one continuous motion. If a thought comes into your mind, just witness it, acknowledge it, and detach and let it go. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Breathe in the new fresh air through both nostrils. Breathe out the old stale air through both nostrils. In one continuous motion. Purna Sudi is an excellent way to calm your mind and still your mind. When you wake up, just sit on the side of your bed. Inhale through both nostrils as deeply as possible. Exhale through both nostrils deeply as possible. Just focus your awareness on your breath. All those distractions and the monkey mind have no chance when you focus on your breath wholeheartedly. Few more breaths. Inhale like a wave coming into the shore through both nostrils. Exhale like a wave going out to the ocean through both nostrils. Smoothly and gently. In one continuous rhythm. Become one with your breath. If a thought comes into your mind, just witness it, acknowledge it, detach, and let it go. Focus your awareness wholeheartedly on your breath. Breathe in the new fresh air through both nostrils. Breathe out the old stale air through both nostrils. And when you're ready at your own pace, slowly and gently open your eyes, come back to your surroundings, and contemplate how you feel. Purnasudi is an excellent way to start your day. When you wake up, anybody could do it. Sit on the side of your bed, close your eyes, inhale through both nostrils, exhale through both nostrils. And it's an excellent way to calm your mind before you go to bed. You know, stilling your mind, calming your mind, letting go of all the chaos and distraction that you collected during the day from all the Maya delusional world.
Yeah. Well, we've got 5 people on YouTube, so I've got some comments. So
Outstanding.
First, Sandy, she says, Namaste, beautiful souls. Always look forward to these satsangs. Thank you. You're welcome.
Namaste, Sandy. Thank you for the kind comments. You have a beautiful soul also. So, welcome to our Kriya Yoga Satsang family.
Yes.
Glad you could join us.
Sandy says, Om Lakshmi.
Om Lakshmi. So Lakshmi's bija is Shareem. So anytime you say Shareem, it's like calling Lakshmi directly. So if you need some wealth, prosperity, and abundance like we all do, call on Goddess Lakshmi.
Om Shareem. And then she says, Om Namah Shivaya. I like saying that one.
Yeah. Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, that one's got a good ring to it.
Yeah.
It's like connecting to pure consciousness or one with the universe, which is outstanding always.
I could do that all day. And then she says, etc. So all of the mantras you were doing.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then thank you.
Thank you.
And then Joe Kansas says, Namaskar, Jai all. I am very grateful for the opportunity to learn and appreciate you all.
We appreciate you also, Joe Kansas. Last night, we had a very profound holy yagna fire, which that's what this is. If you look under here, there's all the ashes. I burned up all of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass members' problems. Joe Kansas is a member of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, so all his problems burned up in the fire last night. So it's a benefit of joining our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Every new moon and full moon, our members send in their problems, everything they want to detach from and let go, and live, we burn it up. So actually maybe play the Yagna video so they could see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So we'll show you exactly how we do it. This is one of our members, and I'll be burning up his problems. Our brother Tony Koo from Sacramento, California, USA, public. Burn in the Yagna holy fire. Burn away all subconscious beliefs, programs that no longer serve me. I have no longer identified or attached to any past beliefs. Lack, unworthiness, guilt, fear, judgment, past ego, attachments, doubt, negativity, and resistance. Burning all Tony's problems in the holy Yagna fire. Jyoti, 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 Soyam, Jyoti, 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 Param, Swaha. Next. So when you become a member of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass, that's the benefits. Whatever financial problems, health problems, family problems, emotional problems you have, you can watch them twice a month, burn up in the holy Yagna fire, new moon and full moon. So we did that last night, and it was very profound. So Joe Kansas is one of our members, so we burned up all the problems he has, and hopefully they no longer serve him, and he could overcome it in the present moment.
Yes. Swaha. Let it all go up in smoke. Bye-bye.
Swaha. Bye-bye. Whatever problems you're holding on to, they no longer serve you. Watch them go up in smoke and drift away in the air. They no longer have to carry that rock around. You could let it go.
Yes.
Watch it go up in smoke.
Paul says, greetings, fellow seekers of enlightenment. Greetings.
Greetings, Paul. Glad you could join us. Paul's another one. I burned up his problems last night in the fire also. So whatever problems Paul's going through in the present moment, hopefully it all went up in smoke last night.
One of the great benefits of being a part of this school. And then Sandy says, you all do too. You all do too.
You all do too.
And then Sandy sends us a zillion hearts. Thank you for the hearts. And then Sandy says, I just lit some incense. This time, same Niaral. Oh, they're grapefruit scented. That's not, I love grapefruit. Burning all the disillusions. Yes.
Yeah, these are good rituals. Like some people like sage, some people like incense. It kind of burns away the negative energy, or clears the energy in your house and stuff. So these are all good rituals, you know.
And then Sandy also says, I also work a lot with Shiva, powerful, divine, masculine energy. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You can never go wrong with Shiva. Anywhere in India, if you say Om Namah Shivaya, they respect it because he's the highest of them all. Pure consciousness, beyond comprehension, one with the universe. So, yeah, Lord Shiva is outstanding as always, you know. So yeah. You can never go wrong with Lord Shiva. I am a Lord Shiva devotee myself. So they say Lord Shiva is Adi Yogi, which means the first yogi, the first one to ever do yoga or bring yoga to the world. So all the glory to Lord Shiva always.
Yeah. Adi Yogi.
Adi Yogi.
Paul says money back guarantee on all Yagna requests. LOL.
Always a money back guarantee. Hopefully it's the best money you ever spent of being a member of our Kriya Yoga School. Get you on the path, burn up all your problems, live interactive class, you know, personal coaching from me. So try to give as most value and the most benefits as we can in our school. So money back guarantee.
Well, our last satsang on Sunday or Monday, the power went out. So I was I was talking about the pituitary gland. So I was going to try to get back onto that thought stream. So I was thinking like the pituitary gland, that it's full of all these little tiny crystals. And then all of our electronics, to make them work, they have to have the crystals in them. So I was thinking, this is interesting. We have a crystal in our brain, and there seems to be a lot of effort into calcifying our pituitary gland. So, and a DMT is called the spirit antenna. So I was thinking we need our pituitary gland to be clear for that to work. I don't know if all of us had clean pituitary glands and it wasn't calcified. I'm just wondering if that's what's holding us back. If we would all wake up, if we our third eye was all clear and open.
Well, I would say our third eye, our ajna, our eyebrow chakra, all the techniques we do in Kriya Yoga are to bring the energy up to the eyebrow chakra, the third eye, the pituitary gland, or the crown chakra. So we're always clearing it. Yeah. And like when people say it gets calcified, how could I say? I don't have that experience because maybe I do too much sadhana, because all my techniques are basically opening my third eye. So I find it
Yeah.
highly impossible that my pituitary gland could be calcified. But I mean, other people, if they would just do the practice or have some simple practice, they wouldn't be affected by this. Let's say, like a lot of people say a lot of stuff like, if you open your third eye, you're gonna let demons in, and this and
Yeah.
that. I don't resonate with that because I've never had that experience. So like, I would just say do some simple practices like meditation or pranayama. All these clear out your
Yeah.
pituitary gland. So I would say it's highly unlikely. I always like when other people say like, this is what's happening to you. Your pituitary gland is calcified. Like, how would you know?
Yeah, I
It
can't see it.
it's almost like ghost stories. Like, I know how I feel in my body. How are you going to tell me how I feel in their body? But that's how the medical industry is so rich. They make a living off of tricking your mind. Let me tell you how you feel in your body. How would you know how I feel in my body?
Yeah.
You're just guessing, like. So when people say like calcifying your pituitary gland, my intuition tells me that's highly unlikely, especially if you're doing any spiritual practice. It's highly unlikely. And I
Yeah.
think even in a lower sense, anybody without any spiritual practices would have their pituitary blocked, like even if they had it blocked, my guru used to say there's two type of people: realized people and unrealized people. So even unrealized people are realized people waiting to be woken up or waiting to be realized. So they have the power to unblock them. And what I would suggest is, there's so many pitfalls and landmines out here in the world. Don't make more for you. Like, well, I can't practice Kriya yoga. My pituitary's blocked. Like, you're getting in your own way. Like, I am free and clear and open for my energy to flow, And if you
Yeah.
feel like your energy's blocked, like when I started, my energy was super blocked. We have techniques, bija mantras. We clear all our nadis. We clear all our susimna nadi. We clear our ida nadi and our pingala nadi. So we're always trying to let the energy flow, So no matter what kind of blockage you have, we have some tools that will unblock you for sure. But I wouldn't believe anybody else what they say how you feel in your body, because they don't know. They're just making up stories, and usually it's a story they make up to get some money. Well, if you give me $1,000, I'll unblock your pituitary gland. How?
Yeah.
And if you really have your own discernment and your own discrimination, you could see it's like charlatans selling you the Brooklyn Bridge or snake oil, right? When you realize and you wake up that you can do the inner work inside you as you. No one can do the inner work for you. So anybody trying to tell you they do the inner work for you, take this supplement and it'll unblock your pituitary gland. Snake oil, It's inside you as you. When you do your own inner work, you don't need anybody else, because you are the king of your castle, and you clear out your body and you do the work that you need to do. So yeah, when other people say, like, I've seen on the internet, this priest was saying, if you open your third eye, you open the doorway to demons. So I was like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, why don't you want me to open it?
Yeah, that's another question. Why wouldn't they want you to be spiritual uplifted? And why would they want to keep you in a state of fear? Wait a minute now, you can't open that. You're going to let in the devil. And you're like, what? So you have to question them. Anybody that keeps you in a state of fear, always question them, because they have the wrong motives. You should always go with people that uplift you and wish the best for you and have positive energy. Anybody who keeps you in a lower fear state, they're just trying to control you. Let me tell you a story about the pituitary gland. Get out of here, I've never heard that ever in the Himalayan mountains. They
Yeah.
encourage you to open your pituitary gland, your third eye. Every single practice we do is pretty much open our crown chakra, open our third eye, open our
Yeah.
eyebrow chakra. So like, that's all I do all day. How many times have I seen a demon? Never. I don't think they want to come around if they exist, like, we'll see. I have no experience, right? I open it so much, I definitely would have seen it way more than somebody who lives in a state of fear. So anybody who tries to keep you in a lower fear state, always question them. Like, well, you should be scared of the pituitary gland. You don't want to let the devil in your house and blah, blah, blah. What? No, I encourage it. My door is wide open. Come inside my house, devil, so I could put my foot right in your ass. So,
yes.
I don't know. That's one of the reasons I started this Kriya Yoga School. There's so much misinformation and junk on the internet. Like, so many people talking about yoga and this is what the Himalayan yogis do. I'm like, what? I've never seen that in my life, So that's why I was like, let me clear the air and people who really need help, let me really help them. So.
Yeah, in the school, just what you taught us, opening up the 7 chakras and going through all the bija sounds, I do feel a heightened awareness. And I looked on the internet and like all the sounds are different. So it's like you need to know how to do it right. And I think starting from the bottom, the root, and working your way up. So yeah, you're getting the wrong information out there. So I think that's a good thing about the school. You learn how to do it right.
Yeah, there's so much junk. I mean, many members of our school told me, like, I learned the bija mantras. Tell me. And it's like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
No, come on. It doesn't even make sense. Because if you understand the bija mantras, they stack on top of each other. So they have different sound syllables, but they align with each other and they enhance each other. So it's almost like an elevator going from the bottom floor up to the top floor, So they stack on top of each other. So like, it doesn't have the same vibration, So
yeah.
if you want to hear the real bija mantras, join our masterclass or join our free school. And there's a class in there. It's like $25 and it shows you exactly what Veronica's talking, how to unblock all 7 chakras. So yeah, I would definitely suggest you do that. It's only $25, one-time fee, and then you could have the information to know. But yeah, join our free Kriya Yoga School and you go to the classroom and you'll see it. There's on-demand classes if you want it, right? Some people just want to learn about asanas. There's that for them. Some people want to learn about meditation. There's that, mantra japa. So there's something for everybody, and if you want the full package and access to everything, join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. But yeah, I'll definitely give it to you straight, right? That's what I like about our school. Like, I don't want to gatekeep any of these techniques. I give it to you wholeheartedly. You make a commitment to join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. I make a commitment for you to get the best results and be most effective as possible. So that's my promise to you if you join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass.
Well, I like to give everybody a voice. We've got lots of people from our school in YouTube. So first,
outstanding.
Say hello. This is Tesla Pat. He says hello.
Oh, nice.
Dev. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Tesla Pat.
Nice to see you again, Tesla Pat.
Nice to see you.
It's been a minute. I burned up all your problems in the Holy Yagna fire last night. So glad you could join us on our live stream, Tesla Pat.
And then Sandy says what we were talking about. Yeah, sounds like limiting beliefs. Yes.
Yeah, in Kriya Yoga, you sometimes just got to get out your own way. Like my guru used to say, our whole life, we're conditioned, right, to think one thing. Like, and it's hard to break that conditioning and go back to zero. So like you're conditioned from birth. This is who God is. This is what you should do. Your country's number one, and your football team is the best, and on and on and on, right? So like it takes a little bit of practice to kind of dial that back, and wake up and see things you identify with aren't things that really define your soul. None of it defines your soul. Not your car, your house, your bank account, nothing defines your soul really. So yeah, when you start to wake up and see these limiting beliefs, then you're like, yeah, cool story, bro. I'm not buying it, right?
Cool story.
So when a priest or whoever says, wait a minute, you can't open your third eye, you let demons in, I was like, never had that experience, never happened. Cool story, bro. I'm not buying what you're selling, save that for somebody else.
Well, Sandy agrees with you. She says, yes, every moment is an opportunity to be free. To be free.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. My favorite thing, I like the narrative says, freedom is not free. Of course it's free. Sit on the side of your bed, close your eyes, and you could be as free as possible, so be as free as possible. In yoga, they call it moksha, which is liberation. Liberate yourself, be as free as possible. Be a bird flying. You don't want to be a bird in a cage. Open that cage door and fly around. Be a free bird, Don't listen to any of these limiting beliefs or these narratives. They don't serve you. They're just ghost stories about some faraway place that you're never going to visit. So they can tell you whatever. Like if you go to Siberia, there's 100 Bigfoots there. How are you going to verify it? They know you're not going to fly to Siberia. And even if you did, you'd waste thousands of dollars. Where's the Bigfoots? Gotta go, Gotta go. so what I said in the last satsang, don't be scared of none of this. Be a fearless yogi, right? When they say you should be scared of what happening in some faraway mystical place that they know you're never going to go and verify, just go outside your house, peek your head out the window, say, are there any bombs? Nope. There are any airplanes? Nope. Is there any war? Nope. Doesn't serve me in the present moment, Now, if an alien or a bomb drops in front of your house, that affects you in the present moment. Yes. But anything else is just ghost stories, It's like water under the bridge, clouds passing in the sky. Like, yeah, sure. That's a good story. You're not scared of this? No, I'm a fearless yogi. Yeah. I'm not scared of anything. I like when Babaji says, I am the death of death. Death is a joke to me. So if we're not scared of death, we're not scared of any of this. And I always like when they say, make your samadhi so unshakable that even it's the end of the world, you can't be shaken. So I just imagine myself, pew, 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 pew. Can't hear none of that. 100% blissful inside me as me, right? So yeah, I'm unaffected by any of this stuff, even if it does affect me in the present moment. My samadhi is unshakable.
Yes, you can't control me.
You can't control me. I'm not buying what you're selling.
Sandy says, exactly. I've been connecting to those across the veil since 2019 and never met any dark entities other than my ego. Yes, true story.
Yeah, true. Mostly, it's not people external hurting you. It's mostly internal, the roadblocks and the obstacles you put for yourself, your own internal ego, putting these thoughts in your head. So if you could overcome and dissolve your own inner ego, then you're not scared of any of this stuff. And if you stay fearless, your ego has no power over you. You focus on things that bring light, love, harmony, peace, compassion, and you throw away the trash, which is anger, guilt, hate, jealousy, desires, all these lower emotions you kind of shed. Like, this is trash. I'm taking this out to the curb. Take away, trash man. This doesn't serve me. I don't care, but like I said before, the people who try to control you are the 1%. We are the 99%. And the way they control us is divide and conquer. You should hate this person. This person is a New England Patriots fan, and you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. We can't hang out with them. Divide and conquer. This person believes in Jesus, and you believe in Shiva. We can't hang out with them, you know. But when you see the chessboard as 3D chess, or the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, you see the game, right? Like, you can't hang out with that person. He has a different skin tone than you. You can't hang out with that person, or you can't love that person. They have a different flag than you. They have a different language than you. There's always this, right? But if you shed all that, say, I love everybody around the world. I don't care what your flag is. If you have good energy and you mean me no harm, or you have no violence to me, then you are my brother. So, and that brings me to my story of my guru. We were sleeping in a thin tent in the windy Himalayan mountains, super cold. And I said, Baba, what if the Himalayan Yeti, the abominable snowman, comes and attacks us? He looks at me like I was crazy. He said, Vedagurudev, if the Himalayan Yeti has God energy, has the inner divinity, he is our brother. And we welcome him for tea, no matter what. My bed is his bed. Because anybody who loves God like we love God, they are our brother. I don't care how big their teeth are, how tall they are, how big they are, how hairy they are still our brother. Form, you know, whatever form they have. So I always look at it that way. I don't care what your skin tone is, what flag you have, what football team you believe in, what's your basketball team. I love you wholeheartedly, no matter what, you know? So welcome to all my brothers and sisters. Nothing but pure, unconditional love here at the Kriya Yoga School.
Yeah. If you're carrying good energy, you're my brother or sister.
Absolutely.
Andromeda, she says, good evening or afternoon, my dear friends. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Andromeda Mariana. Glad you could join us. If you have any questions, please put them in the YouTube chat.
And Tesla Pat says, thank you, Vedagurudev. Great seeing you all. Bedtime for me. Yeah, everybody's
okay. Thanks for stopping by, Tesla Pat. Greatly appreciated. You're always welcome. And whenever you get a chance, hope to see you at our Saturday Kriya Yoga School class. Next one will be class 69. But at your own pace. But we appreciate you stopping by. But I understand the bed and the pillow is calling.
So that's all of the comments on YouTube. So I've just been looking around, like, I don't know, doing a deep dive on things, and like different cultures, like Egypt, Greece, they are so many others. They'll have pictures of the pineal gland. It's like a pine cone shaped. And it's like, I feel like the information's out there. We just have to like see the coincidences, like everything's lining up, even though they're trying to trick us. But I don't know, in Kriya Yoga, are there any pictures like pine cone shapes of like the pineal gland? Like they were trying to tell us, you know, about the third eye.
Yeah, the most way they show the third eye, it's called the Agna, right? Which is the eyebrow chakra. So the way they describe it as like a violet or like a purple, like 2-petal flower, right? But pretty much everything in the Kriya Yoga focuses on the third eye. It's always talking about the third eye. Breathe out the third eye. Always bring your energy up to the third eye. Radiate out the third eye. So like, yeah, I would definitely say like the third eye is very prevalent in Kriya Yoga for sure, 100%. And they always are talking about the third eye and amplify your third eye and make your third eye. I mean, all of our practice, that's basically what it is. Breathe from the root to the crown chakra or the third eye. So everything is basically about the third eye. But that's a good hint when you see all these enlightened civilizations they're always focusing on the third eye, like the eye of Horus, or like, these are
Yeah.
advanced civilizations. Like even in 2025, I don't know how they made the pyramids. I look at the pyramids and I've been there before and I was like, how is this possible? Like there's no way an unadvanced civilization could make this. They were more advanced than us hundreds of years ago. So whenever they talk about like sound vibrations or the pineal gland, they
Yeah.
obviously had some higher information. So I respect all spiritual traditions who talk about the
Yeah.
third eye, because they knew what they were talking about.
Can learn from everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, Paul.
Greetings.
Namaste, Paul.
Namaste.
Greetings, Paul.
Yeah, so I finally found Chad. So when you guys first when Sandy first said, he appeared, I like searched. But like I searched Open Reality, Chad, and
Yeah.
I could not find it. And then all of a sudden, like a day or two later, it appeared in my feed. So I went there. I watched all three. I think he's put out like 3 videos, and they were all really good. I enjoyed it, and so I did. I made a comment, and he did reply. Great,
Cool.
glad to have him back. And I told him he's got to drop by SKOOL and check out. So I gave him an invite, so to speak, and
Nice.
don't remember exactly what he said. Probably something like, "Oh yeah, that would be great," But we'll see if he does. But yeah, he said weirdly, he had put his YouTube channel, like hidden it. I guess that's what he called it. He hid it, and
Yeah.
then when he decided to come back, he had like 0 subscribers. And then like he complained to YouTube, and then all of a sudden he had like 150,000 or however many he had before. Then it went down to like 60 something thousand. So I told him, I thought, like they're manipulating it somehow, and
Yeah.
I think that's why I couldn't find them. Somehow they hadn't unblocked me, but they unblocked certain people and not others. But eventually I got it. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Sandy said that Chad came back, I went to check, and like same thing. Like it was hard to find, and then when I did find him, it says you are not subscribed to his channel, and I know I've subscribed to Chad's channel, so I was like, they unsubscribed me, YouTube. So obviously they kind of penalized him for not being, not posting videos regularly for 6 months or whatever, so I don't know. They say they don't shadow ban you or something, but from what I could see in our own channel, they kind of cap it, right? Like you could only get to a certain limit, and then your views fall off. So I don't know, but I wish my brother Chad the best. I like his videos. I watched all 3 of them also, so I'm glad he's back, and he has good information and some things to contemplate about, so yeah, I'm glad he came back. So, and hopefully he won't let the algorithm get him down like last time, just keep posting, and whatever happens But obviously there are a lot of people who like Chad out there. Probably our most famous video is what happened to Chad from Open Your Reality. People are like, where'd Chad go? What happened to Chad? That's why I put out that video. I was like, well, we have a video. It pretty much explains it. So yeah, I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
That's weird that you got unsubscribed, because I was still subscribed, but yeah, I didn't have to resubscribe. I checked, because I pushed that because I was thinking, well, maybe I'm unsubscribed, but I checked and I was still subscribed. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Who knows this crazy algorithm? But
yeah,
if you give YouTube control, it's their platform, so they can do whatever they want. So if they're mad because you didn't post in 6 months, and they'll just do whatever, So keep going. Don't let the algorithm get you down. But yeah, It's tough out there.
Well, I've got some comments backing up, so I'll just go through them real quickly. So, Practice Being says, commenting quickly, simply to say thank you for your consistency. Blessings to everyone watching, reading, and listening. Thank you, Practice Being.
Blessings to you, Practice Being. Also, glad you could join us.
And then Sandy Nicole says, hi, Paul.
Hi.
Hello.
And then Sandy Nicole says, hi, tree friends behind you. So hi to your friends behind you, Vedagurudev.
Hello to all 5 friends. Goddess Lakshmi, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha, Babaji, and Mataji.
And your trees. And your trees, too.
Oh, my thin trees.
Yes.
I think she's referring to my trees.
Oh, your trees.
Oh, yeah. Paul has way better trees than me.
Yeah, they're bigger. Hi, trees.
Hello, trees. Looking beautiful, as always.
She says, natural healers. Yes, they are. Need to go hug a tree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got in the back, I've got a lot of trees, and then in the front, I've got like a nice sky view. So I kind of got
oh, wow.
the best of both worlds,
I'm jealous.
So I have one chair facing one way, the other way. So if it's in the morning, I want a little sun, I'll face, towards the east. At night, I can face towards the west and watch the sunset go down. So, and the west beautiful. Is where the sky is really open right there. The east is behind me.
Yeah. That's cool.
And we've had like so many egrets. They're these big white birds, and they fly in the V-shaped formation. And I was curious about that. I was like, why do they fly like that? So I searched it up, and it's because of the aerodynamics. It's almost like a dolphin, like riding the wave from a ship. They get that same effect. So the one in the front is carrying the load, and each one behind gets a little bit of extra, juice. And then they switch places. I was like, oh man, that front bird must get tired, and then that one will drop to the back, and another one will be in the front, and they like rotate. So very interesting about the bird. But they're
it's cool. Nature's formation, right? Like, it's almost genius, right? Most people think like, you got a bird brain, like a small brain, but they're really advanced, right? The leader leads, and then he comes back, and somebody else leads, and they have like a real military formation, right? The B-2 bombers going in, they're flying together.
I wonder if they like communicate telepathically or something. You never know.
Yeah, probably. How else would they know? Like, when does the lead bird know when to fall back, and when does the other bird know when to go to the front? They're communicating some kind of way, which is probably telepathically or some bird sounds. Who knows?
Just wanted to say hi, Mariana. I know you're muted, so
Namaste,
we can't hear you.
Mariana.
Hi guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we could hear you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm okay. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Doing great.
Good.
Glad
Happy
you could
to have
join
your
us.
energy. Yes.
Yeah, my energy is not good today, but I don't know. It's just I've been kind of feeling down today because of all these people. Don't you feel like all the people are? It's almost like NPCs. They're soulless. They're just fake and all that stuff. And even like a modern dating, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, it's almost impossible because everyone is just so fake, judgmental, and it's just hard to deal with all these people because, like, if you're 40, if you're single, like, the men just say like you're out of market, like nobody wants you, nobody needs you. Or if you're a single mom, it's it's like you get the worst comments, right? I feel like
Yeah.
social media has been destroying people for a while, but at the same time, it could be good. Like YouTube, for example, I watch a lot of good videos, but at the same time, I'm off social media like Facebook and Instagram and all that because even YouTube comments on some videos, they're horrible, like about
They
men
are.
and
Yeah.
women, like bashing each other. And I just don't know how to deal with that anymore.
I kind of feel
Yeah.
like people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Veronica.
Oh, you know how like little babies they'll cry when they don't get their way? I feel like a lot of people are like that. They'll just get really angry
Mm.
and talk louder than everybody else to get their way. And yeah, I just feel like a lot of people just remind me of like little babies crying, but they're getting angry and screaming and yelling. It's crazy. Like, yeah, and you must
But
believe what I believe.
they're worse than babies because
Yeah,
babies are pure soul and enlightened beings. These are totally conditioned, delusional
yeah,
Maya beings, right? Like, yeah, you can't let it get to you, Mariana, because it is definitely a war zone. And if you start attaching to what other people think, then they'll definitely get under your skin and jump around and try to control you. Just try to wake up with a smile on your face and be happy every day. And if people want to join your journey, that's fine. If they don't, then that's fine too. But you're doing great. You have a beautiful soul, and don't let
yeah,
anybody taint your soul with any of their negativity. Like, look at it as like trash you take out. Like, I don't need this trash. I saw something on Instagram one time. It says, if someone unfollows me on Instagram, it's like the trash taking itself out. Magic. So that's the way
yeah.
I look at it. If you want to be a part of it here, great. If you don't want to be a part of this, then that's great too. You know, Keep still moving on the path. With or without you. So when I used to DJ, they used to have a sign, the security. It said, "Come in peace or leave in pieces." So
Pieces.
I apply that too. Yeah. So come in peace. You all right? You bring peace, you're welcome. You don't bring peace, stay outside. Don't need you.
Yeah,
I need some.
yeah.
I need somebody that adds to my equation, not minuses from my equation. Right? Uplifting energy, not lowering energy. But yeah, they're out there.
Well, a
In,
lot of them,
in,
and then they just be like bashing, right? Like single mothers and all that, because mostly they think, oh, she just like sleeps with random men, and now she got pregnant, whatever, right? Like whatever they say, but then they say, well, why would I go with this if I can just get like a younger woman, single with no kids? But then they got her pregnant, and then they leave, and then this poor woman is. And it's just like a vicious circle, it's like going on and on and on. And then I noticed like one lady commented, well, I had like 4 kids, and this guy took me with 4 kids, and like we're happily married, and the guy's like awesome. And then the comments bashing the guy, well, he's with you because he couldn't find anything better. Like, oh, poor guy. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Like, do you see like how, like, I feel like our society is just crumbling because
mm,
like my grandparents, they're not alive anymore, but all their stories around World War II, that's where they met, and they've been in the marriage for all their lives. So my grandparents just passed away recently at ages like 98, 94, you know. And my grandfather, before he was killed, because he was killed by a train, he was crossing the
mm,
railways, and guess what? He was going to visit my grandma's tomb, like the cemetery.
mm.
And because he was so old and kind of weak, and I don't know what happened, but those people in the country, they just cross the railways like that. And the train, there was a train, he didn't see it, and it just killed him. But
Oh
before he
man.
died, he actually confessed. My mom was like, do you know that I never ever cheated on your mom, on my grandma? And my mom like,
Mm.
well, I kind of thought about it, yes, that you never did that. And yeah, he was like, no, I never ever cheated on your mom. Like I loved your mom like till the end. And my grandma passed away first, and then my grandpa passed away. So it's like those stories you wouldn't hear anymore. It's just marriages don't last. Like friends, they would betray you behind your back and they take advantage of you. Like I thought, for instance, I had a female friend and I thought we would be good friends, but then she kind of did very, very bad stuff behind my back and she didn't tell me. She did it twice. So first time I forgave her, like, okay. And she did it again. And like I try not to judge. I was like, okay, well, I have to put myself in her shoes. She was desperate. She like used my card without my permission, basically. And she made a big debt and all that stuff. But anyway, and of course the bank doesn't care. And she's like, okay, no, I'll be paying, I'll be paying. Like she's paying, but the thing is, like, she never told me about it. She never asked permission. She did it again. Like she did it 2 times, and I'm like, I can't, like, I feel like I can't trust people anymore. I can't, like, everyone takes advantage of me, like every single person, and I'm so tired of this crap. Like I just don't know how to handle it. Like, and I get like upset sometimes. I get angry, but then I try to meditate, like, okay, but then I try to forgive the person, but at the same time, there's something inside me, like I can't trust the person anymore. So I don't know what to do, like with myself. It's just, sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. Yeah, I would just
Yeah.
say, like, no one's really going to happen the way you want them to happen. People they have ulterior motives, right? They're not coming from a place of love. They're coming from a lower emotion, like a place of greed. Like, I'm going to try to get as much as I can, or be an energy vampire and suck as much energy from this person as that I can. So it's definitely a war zone out there where you have to, like, have your head on a swivel at all times. Like, I can't trust none of these people, like they have ulterior motives. But I would say you're always welcome in our Kriya Yoga family, and we could always we don't want to steal your energy. We want to uplift your energy. So I would definitely say, like, anytime you need to talk or anything, we're always here for our brothers and sisters. And if you want to talk in private, you could book a call with me. Like, many of our members have booked a call with me. We talk in private and we try to overcome our problems and solve our problems as best as we can. But I understand, like, when I go out in the world, even me, Vedagurudev, I have to take a couple deep breaths, put up my Kavacham shield mantra, because they're out there and they're definitely trying to, how could I say, steal your energy, backstab you, hurt you, and all these lower frequencies. So you almost got to be like Moses parting the Red Sea, like when you go out in the world, like, all you NPCs, get out of my way, I'm moving, right? Well, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Or, I don't think anything about it. Doesn't serve me in the present moment. So, but I feel real compassion, because, like, it takes a lot of practice to overcome this. And it's disheartening and disappointing to see how other people treat other people out here in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. And also, we always like blame men for everything. Well, that's just generally speaking. But you know what? Actually, men, a lot of men, there are good men out there, and men, they suffer in silence. Because even, I think like one old man told me, not told me, but like told my friend, we were like together standing and talking, and he's like, Nick, like nobody cares what men feel. And he kind of felt bad about it, but it's true. Like in society also, it's all about more like about women, right? Like what we feel or what we think. But men, they always like suffer in silence. Even now, it's supposedly I think it's like mental health awareness month for men, and like nobody even talks about it. But they do talk about proud parade or whatever it is, pride parade, but they don't talk about men suffering. And there are lots of men, believe it or not, and it's like an abusive relationship. It's all the way around, but yeah, there are some marriages that are quite abusive where the man is the victim, believe it or not physical, but like emotionally. And
Yeah.
I feel really bad because there's even a saying that men, they only get flowers at like on his funeral or something like that, or
Mm.
men never. Yeah, so there's a saying for a reason. And I feel bad for, like, for some of the male friends I know. It's just like it and they get no help. Like, it's easier for a woman to get help, shelter, whatever, but for men, it's really hard to get any help, even just counseling or professional help. It's just sad the world we're living in, you know, and especially here in Canada. I've noticed that the courts, they actually designed to destroy a guy. So that's why so many
Mm.
guys, they're afraid to get married because usually they're wrecked like completely like a ship after the divorce.
Mm.
And sometimes for no reason, even the custody is taken away from them, like kids' custody is taken away for no reason. He's not a drug addict. He's not like dangerous. He's not an alcoholic. He's just a normal guy. But for some reason, oh, he can only see his kids like on the weekend or a certain, like, what the hell is that? Like, I just don't, I
Yeah.
don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, I understand. Like Father's Day just passed, and I saw like everybody gives their mother and everybody on flowers, but Father's Day is like another day at the office. No one cares about the father, right? You know, me included. You know, like, here's a stick of gum, Daddy. Thank you. You know, like what?
Oh,
You know, so yeah, it's tough out here, but you you have to protect your own inner energy because no one's really going to come to save you, right? If you're waiting for someone else to save you, then you're going to probably be waiting a long time. So just uplift yourself and have self-love for yourself and talk nicely to the water in your body, make beautiful shapes. And if someone wants to add to that, then fine, you know, but it's difficult out there, you know, like when you're a yogi, to find a yogini vibrating on the same frequency, it's almost an impossible task. I mean, some people have accomplished it, but it's hard out there. So when you have somebody who's on a high vibration and someone's on a lower vibration, they just don't resonate. Their frequencies don't match. So yeah, I would just try to stay as positive if you can, and who knows what will happen next, you know? Maybe it's if you protect your energy and you uplift your energy, then somebody will see that energy and want to share that energy, and that will be a beautiful match. But what these people say on dating apps or social media, who cares, you know? Like I have this intuition, like somebody says, like, oh, you're not a real yogi, or you're not authentic, or who's your guru, whatever things they say. Some kid in Oklahoma in his basement typing on his computer. Like, who
yeah.
cares? You know? Like, if you don't respect it, I don't care, because, you know, I don't work for you, or your opinion has no meaning here. That's another thing, that internet and social media gives a platform to people
Yeah.
that don't need to say anything. Like, they're not qualified to say anything. So yeah,
And they
you
never
just
say
gotta
it to your face. Like,
yeah, some kid in Oklahoma sitting in his basement typing, you know, like he's not gonna say it to my face and whatever. But yeah, like it gives a platform to some people that don't need a platform, and you just don't need to attach to it. You need to laugh at it like the comedy show it is. Like, get your popcorn and be like, this guy, you know, he don't know me. What is he saying? You know, and people hurt people. So people who are hurt enjoy hurting other people, because misery enjoys company. So they don't want you to be an enlightened yogini and be happy, because it makes them feel bad. So if they're always trying to drag you down into the mud My guru used to say, Vedagurudev, you wear all white. Don't roll in the mud with the pigs. You're going to get all your clothes muddy, right? No need, right? Let these pigs roll in the mud by themselves, you know? Like somebody said on the Satsangs, we don't give pearls to swines, you know? Like we don't give pearls or jewels to pigs, you know? Like we don't even give them any of our attention. Like, whatever. Like, you know, like you're going to tell me who I am? Get out of here. You don't know anything. You're just telling ghost stories. When I used to DJ, people used to tell me I'm a bad DJ. I didn't believe them. I know I'm a good DJ. I don't have all these awards or travel around the world because I'm a bad DJ. I don't believe you. So it takes the wind out their sails if you don't care. So I would just try not to care. Like, yeah, whatever. You don't know me. Go away, you know, go away. I don't care what you say, you know, but it takes some practice because you kind of want other people to resonate on the same frequency as you. And some people aren't going to make it in this incarnation, you know, they're going to they're going to stay on the hamster wheel and do the same things they did in the last incarnation and over and over. So just try to protect your energy no matter what. Talk good to yourself. Talk good to the water in your body. And what other people say, look at it as like clouds passing in the sky, waves on the ocean, just passing. Yeah, whatever. You know, I don't care. I'm not attached to any of this. You know, you say whatever you want.
Mariana, we've got 2 people on YouTube that have some uplifting comments for you to help lift you up.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Sandy says, we've all felt similar, Mariana. Even if the specific details are different, it is never too late to invite in whatever your heart desires. And then like infinite amount of hearts for you. So.
Thank you, Sandy.
And then Richard says, I love what she shares. Raw, authentic, deep, and longing for more light and love. Peace be in your heart. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate that. You know, it's also hard because people say, well, like, why are you all asking? Like, what's your purpose in life? What's your purpose? Your purpose is transmute darkness into light. Like,
True.
Okay, that's very general. It's true. It's absolutely true. I agree. But the problem is, okay, how do I do that? Because someone, let's say, will create an art, or someone is a writer, like Chad, for example, is gonna write, I don't know, some amazing books or making YouTube videos. That's how they transmute the darkness into light, let's just say. So in a way, it's a metaphor. But like I've been trying actually all my life. Like I'm 40 now, and I'm trying to find myself, and I still don't understand what my actual purpose is. Or some people will say, well, purpose is just existing, just living. That's your purpose. Just God experiencing itself, or a larger consciousness system, whatever you want to call it, experiencing itself through us, which is also true in a way. But again, I would like to do something in a service to others, or like service to others, or something that would help not just myself, but first of all other people. But what ends up happening, as I just said, an example with my female friend, right? Like everyone will take advantage of me and then just throw me as a piece of garbage. So yeah, today like it wasn't a good day for me. I'm sorry. I usually don't even talk. So yeah,
it's perfectly
like really
fine.
hard.
Get it off your chest and let it all go.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we love you here, Mariana. So
when Chad says like you get stuck in the matrix working like 9 to 5, which you're just doing just to pay your bills and actually survive, not even live. Because here in Canada, we don't live, we're now existing here, barely making it, through the day because of the economy and all that. So you're stuck at this corporate job, and it's good because some people love their jobs and they're happy. I'm very happy for them, but it's not my case. It's not Chad's case, and I'm pretty sure there are lots of people out there. But I just couldn't find my calling, I guess. I tried. I thought maybe if because I wanted to be a doctor when I was young, so but I ended up at the other university just because my dad didn't have enough money for me to be a doctor. It was just too expensive. It just became something for the elites, the same as diplomacy. I like diplomacy. I like that career because I had a privilege, I guess, to work a little bit in the embassies in different couple of countries like South Korea and Canada, by the way. But again, you need an education to actually be like a diplomat, right? So again, if you don't have money, if you're not like from the elites, then you're not gonna get it. So it's like everywhere you go, it's just. So I said, okay, so I couldn't be a doctor, I couldn't be this, I couldn't be that. So I don't even know what to do anymore. So I went to spirituality, kind of helping me, but again, I wish I could use spirituality. I wish I could be some intuitive, like psychic and help people. I could even do it for free. Like honestly, I wouldn't probably charge for anything unless they want to give me something. Okay. Like Jesus, he would take some food or some, donations, but it's not like Jesus helped people for money. So this is something that I don't see. I don't see charging people for that, but then some other people say, well, you're exchanging energy, so that would be fair. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm so confused in this life right now, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about it, like in general, but it's really hard in this matrix. And now they're saying AI is advancing so much, almost times and times, like every 3 months it is advancing like a crazy speed, right? And then it just comes to a point that even doctors, lawyers, warehouse workers, anyone almost be obsolete. Even maybe politicians, who knows? Maybe AI is going to take decisions. And then what? Then what we're going to do? Like we're going to be stuck at home in the 15-minute city and playing video games? Like what? Like, so yeah, I don't know what you think, guys, about that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. This Maya delusional, this world, this matrix is tough, It is a tough spiritual how would you say it, school to uplift yourself. Even for me, when my guru told me, Vedagurudev, you can't sleep in the cave no more. You got to go down there and help people. I was like, please, Baba, please let me stay. I'll do anything. I'll wash your feet every day for the next rest of your life. Don't let me go down there. They're crazy down there. They kill each other for money. They fight each other. It's a total war zone. And he was like, you have the energy that people can relate to. So you got to go help people. You're not helping anybody in the cave in the Himalayan mountains. So it was a sad day for me, but now I understand it more because we're uplifting people. We're answering questions. So I would just say, don't overthink it too much. What your purpose is, just go with the flow. And in my case, the purpose kind of told itself indirectly, right? Like I didn't have any expectations. I was like, well, let's see where this Kriya yoga path is going to take me. And then it started to open itself up. So just be aware of what's happening and you'll be surprised what happens. That's why I say Babaji's driving my car. I'm just witnessing Babaji drive my car around because I don't know how any of this happened. I just raised my awareness and stayed open to it, and the path kind of laid itself for me. So I would just say that don't get attached to what other people are doing so much. Be the best person you can be, and always try to have self-love for yourself. What other people do, they're going to do whatever they do. So don't really depend on them to uplift you. They're going to, like if you're asking a dog to be a cat, that's a big ask, So some people are that way. You just have to accept it. But what I've learned on the spiritual path is that all you really need is yourself, and then you be uplifted. And so just depend on yourself, always have love for yourself, and always uplift your energy inside yourself, and you should be okay. Wake up with a smile on your face. Be grateful for the beautiful things you have. I'm sure the nature in Canada is absolutely outstanding. So just enjoy it as much as you can. And what AI does, or what the president does, or what the Canadian government does, that's up to them, you know? Just get your popcorn and become the detached witness and be like, yeah, there they go again, telling those stories, you know? Good one. But I'm not going to attach to it. I'm going to witness the Maya play of life on the screen, the movie screen in the movie theater. Like, no thanks. I don't want to try to make sense of it or attach it to it. I try to protect my energy as much as I can.
Is that Baba G behind you?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Baba G.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I gotta pick up
fell.
I was saying it looks like he's shaking his head, nodding in agreement.
Yeah.
The wind's like blowing it, and he's like,
It's like,
yes.
he's always nodding his head. Oh, Mariana,
Okay.
Sandy had something nice to say to you. She
Yeah.
discovered that her purpose was at the age of 44, 5 years ago. You're right on time, Mariana. I too am in Canada. I felt stuck for most of my adult life. So it's never too late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, definitely. But oh, guys, you know what? I have to go back on YouTube if you don't mind, because my daughter needs her headphones for, I don't know, the documentary she has to watch. But I'll be here. I'll be with you, and I love you. I love you
I love
guys.
you
All right, we
Thank
love
you.
you too, Mariana.
Bye. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Paul. Bye, Veronica.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, I mean,
Bye-bye.
Vedagurudev. I was like, I wanted to call you Chris. I was like, no.
Don't call him Chef.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jai Babaji.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
Jai Babaji. That was great, Mariana
yeah.
can join us. Outstanding. Yeah. All of our members are welcome anytime. You know, if you don't want to show your face, just turn off your webcam, or you could join us on YouTube. It's perfectly fine. However you feel most comfortable. Yeah. So I didn't notice that, but yeah, I like what Paul said. Babaji was shaking his head in agreement. Master G shaked her head so much and she fell over, you know?
She fell.
Oh, it was Master G that I saw shaking her head.
Oh, Master G. This one, Master G. Yeah. Oh, you saw her. Oh, so Master G approves so much, right? It's hard out here being a yogini, being having female energy, you know? So Master G agrees wholeheartedly, right?
Absolutely.
I'm happy to have you, Mataji. And then Richard Cardinal, he says, I still feel stuck, LOL, but it's burning away. I'm in Canada too. There's a lot of people in Canada.
Yeah, well, shout out to all my Canadians out there. And yeah, if you feel stuck, then try out our Kriya Yoga School for 30 days, and we'll try to coach you and give you some techniques to help you overcome. And if it doesn't work in 30 days, you can cancel, you know, but we have a pretty good track record. So whatever you're going through, if you feel stuck, try Kriya Yoga, give it 30 days, and let's see what we can do. And yeah, so trying to help all the my father used to say we're Americans, not Americans. So that works for Canadians too. We're Canadians. We're not Canadians, right? We could do it, you know? So, but I would suggest, like I was saying to Mariana, don't get attached to what other people think or what other people say. This path is highly personalized and highly individualized, and it does get lonely sometimes. It does feel like no one understands you, but in my case, it's just between me and Babaji. Like, all I need, Babaji understands, I'm perfectly fine. So I never really feel lonely because I have so many beautiful friends behind me who uplift me, and I'm glad they have their approval energy. So just try to wake up with a smile on your face. Try to enjoy the free things in life, right? Like enjoy nature, Enjoy the sun, enjoy the wind, enjoy the water, the ocean, the lake, whatever body, the shower in your house, your bathtub, whatever. Like, enjoy as much as you can, because it is definitely a war zone out there if you don't have some techniques or the right mindset to navigate this crazy Maya delusional world. And it's, even somebody like me go through it every day, right? Like, whew, it's going to be a difficult one today. I got to go out there in the world, and all these NPCs and all these lower frequency beings are out there trying to drag me down. Always got to stay positive. You know, keep your head high, puff your chest out, and just part the Red Sea like Moses as best as you can. Yea, though I walk through valley of death, I shall fear no evil, right? So I like what Mariana said. Always transmute the darkness to the light. So always look for an opportunity to take that darkness and convert it to light, right? Light all day long. There's way too much darkness out here. We need way more light, you know, light workers. That's what they call them, right? Cultivating the light, amplifying the light, radiating the light, glowing the light. So no matter what you do, always hold up the white flag. Never hold up the black flag if possible, right? No matter how much money they give you or how they trick you, always make your soul light as best as you can.
What would you say is like the strongest form of self-love? I don't know. Something I'll do is I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll give myself compliments. I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful, Veronica. You have such pretty blue eyes. And just like go down the list of like everything I love about myself. But I don't know what.
That is outstanding. Go into your bathroom, look in the mirror, and talk nice to yourself, and uplift yourself. Have affirmations that uplift you. Like you said, I have beautiful eyes. I have good energy. I give unconditional love. Just you'll be surprised once you start making it a practice or set an intention to have that self-love. Then you'll start rattling off these affirmations. Oh, look, a butterfly, right?
I just saw it. I love you, butterfly.
All these butterflies are floating around. I guess they approve too, right?
Yes.
There you go. There's another one. There's like 5 or 6. They're around it. Mataji sent the butterflies. Thank you for that, Mataji. There's another one. There
Keep
you go.
coming.
Keep coming around. You're always welcome. Yeah, so always talk highly to the water in your body. So go in the mirror and just talk good to yourself, or look for opportunities. Like you're waiting for your driver's license at the DMV. I am a good person, you know, internally. I have good energy. I am a loving, kind, and compassionate person. I radiate love. I radiate compassion. I radiate harmony and peace. So you start to come up with these affirmations that uplift you, right? And you start to really break out of that rut or that pit of despair that you're in, right? Like, nah, I don't. Every time I talk to a deity or have like a darshan with a deity, they always tell me the same thing. You'll be fine. You're okay. You know? It's peaks and valleys, right? Sometimes you're high, sometimes you're low, but you always try to keep that equanimity vibration. No matter what happens, I'll be unshakable. I am the mountain anchored into the ground, into the earth, right? I don't care how hot the sun is. I don't care how many clouds are in the sky, how much snow there is. I am unmovable. I am unshakable, no matter what happens, right? Whatever you say on social media, I am a mountain. I can't be shaken. I laugh at this. This is a joke to me, right? Good one. You know, I don't acknowledge this. I don't give this any energy, right? So you look at yourself like that. I am the sun. The sun is untouched by anything else, right? So, you know, the sun is anchored. It's unmovable. It's unshakable no matter what. So that's the way I always try to look at it. Like, always keep your mountain unshakable, right? No matter how much the sun is bright, doesn't affect the mountain. No matter how many clouds are in the sky, doesn't affect the mountain. No matter how much snow, how much wind, the mountain always stays the same. So always try to keep that mindset of staying the same. No matter what they say on social media, no matter what's happening on mainstream news, no matter what the president says or what anybody says, I'm unshakable, you know? I'm not attached to any. You become more of the detached witness. Like, you start to step back from the TV and create distance where this doesn't affect you, right? So stay unshakable, my friends out there, no matter what happens, right? And whatever they say, you know, I look at social media like monkeys throwing poop on each other, right? Oh, here's these monkeys throwing poop on each other. These mud, you know, rolling in the mud again. Oh, whatever, you know. Don't get attached to it. Become the detached witness. Get your popcorn and say, oh, this is the monkey throwing poop on each other again. I'm not attached to it. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to comment. I just witness it from afar, like clouds passing in the sky. And if you look at your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky, it can't affect you, right? Like, I don't want to stop this thought and attach myself to it. I just let it pass. Keep letting it pass. Let it pass. Let it pass. And before you know it, you'll become more of the detached witness. So a lot of these practices in Kriya Yoga are to become the detached witness.
So I'd like to ask a question about what do you think is going to happen? Like, I feel like something's happening in the world, you know, and, you know, just like looking back on biblical times, you know, the civilizations rose and fell. And like, I feel like, you know, in the not too distant future, things are going to get a lot better after we make it through like a little hurdle here. Like, and it might be a necessary scare event to wake up people who are, you know, there's still so many people still sleeping. But like, how much longer do we have to suffer this? I don't know. I mean, of course, we don't have to, you know, suffer. You know, we can, you know, if we can't go without, go within or whatnot. But I know what you're saying there. But just saying, like, do you think things are going to get better soon? Like, what's your opinion?
I mean, in Kriya Yoga, as a yogi, we try to stay in equanimity. So if they get better or they get worse, we stay equal no matter what. Like I said, like unshakable. So I don't know. Like I said before, I kind of look at the government like Charlie Brown and Lucy, right? Every time you think Charlie Brown's going to kick that football, here he comes. He's finally going to kick it after 200 years. Lucy pulls the football again, and he falls on his head again. He said, well, that's the playbook, I guess. So I try not to depend on other people for my own happiness or my own inner sovereignty or my own inner divinity. I try to cultivate that myself. So I kind of look at the Maya delusional world like the joke it is. I get my popcorn and watch the comedy show like, oh boy, here comes the monkey with the poop again. You know, they're throwing it on each other. Oh, he's got his bicycle. He's going to ride it around. Oh, that's pretty funny, you know, like, but I understand it's totally chaotic out here and it's totally a minefield and a war zone. Like, but as a yogi, if it does get better, that's great. If it doesn't get better, that's great. I still try to stay unshakable no matter what, right? Like I was telling Veronica, I like these videos that AI creates on Instagram. And it's like a monkey and a Himalayan Yeti, and they're praying to Lord Shiva. They're like at the ashram in a temple, and they're like, hi, my dev, you know? So I was like, that looks pretty real. Like, who knows how this matrix tricks us and how it tries to guide our thoughts and everything. But I just try to be the best person I could be in the present moment. And if the in yoga, they call yugas, right? They say we're in Kali Yuga, which is like a dark period, you know? So if we come out of Kali Yuga and it's a golden age, that's fine. If I have to navigate through Kali Yuga, I'll navigate through it. So I kind of adjust myself accordingly to whichever way the wind is blowing, if you know what I'm saying. So if we're in Kali Yuga, I'm gonna pivot, change course, you know, and try to navigate this crazy Maya delusional world and not try to really attach to it or try to make sense of it or like hope somebody's going to save me. I'll just like, I'll save myself as best as I can and try to do the best as I can. And when I transcend my physical body, I have no regrets. You know, I'll be like, well, I did the best I can. I tried to go out of my way to help as many people as I could. And that's the best I could do, Baba G, you know. I actually think I did pretty good.
That's
Better
kind of
than
exactly what
expected.
I was talking about, the Kali Yuga, but I was under the impression that we're now like at the very beginning of the Dwarpa Yuga, which is, you know, back towards the light,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why I'm kind of just asking because, you know, there's a lot of speculation that there will be some type of ascension, this, that, or the other thing, you know. But I guess you know, there's no way to really know that. But I do feel something's going to happen, and then it's going to start getting better little by little after that.
I mean, I hope you're right, Paul, that we are in a Dharpa Yuga. We are going to the light because there's way too much darkness. I need way more light out here, to be honest with you. So I would definitely celebrate that and cultivate the coming of the light because in this Maya 3D delusional world, it's tough out here, man. It is tough, you know, like, and if there is some ascension, I hope I'm first in line, if you know what I'm saying. So, Baba G, please, can I go home now? No, Vedagurudev, you got to stay on the front line some more. All right. Okay. Well, I guess almost home, you know? That's why when Liz Cross said with Chad, oh, who's this guy? He's almost home. Only a couple more incarnations. I was like, yes, come on, please, one more. I can't do this two more. It's too overwhelming for my consciousness. So, yeah. So if the ascension is calling, I hope to be front in line. And when my time is done in this how could I say? I don't want to say like a soul trap, but like this Maya prison, this 3D physical world. I hope to ascend to a more harmonious, peaceful astral plane, let's say, you know. But it is tough even for me, Vedagurudev, like, whoo, man. And I feel compassion for people that don't have any techniques, you know. Like, at least I have some techniques that can help me overcome. Being out here in the world, techniqueless, wow, that is really a tough mountain to climb, you know. But yeah, I like when Babaji says, climb the ladder up to bliss or climb it down to ignorance. The choice is yours. So I'm trying to climb to bliss, but they're grabbing at my heels, if you know what I'm saying. They're always trying to drag me into the mud, but trying to do the best I can out here. And yeah, so whoever's watching this, if you need some techniques, subscribe here, YouTube channel at Vedagurudev. We're almost over 1,000. So Sandy, we're trying to get you your super chat, your coffee. So if you want to donate, you can. And yeah, join our free Kriya Yoga School, 100% free. We have very great techniques to just give you some kind of framework and give you some tools out here in this world. Because like Paul said, it is very tough right now. And I feel compassion for all people out there. It's 100% free. I don't want money to be no barrier. It's 100% free. And if you're going through something and you need some coaching or some help, book a call with me. Also 100% free. Kriya Yoga Masterclass. And if you like the value we give and you want to join our Kriya Yoga family, then join the Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. But I would go through the free stuff first, you know, and give you some kind of framework before, because when you come to the Masterclass, it's like right in your face. Like, here's all the Kriyas, get to work, you know? So some people need a warm up, a transition. So we try to have something for everybody. But if you need help, let me help you. Like I always say, I want to have a Santa Claus list so big that when I send, like Paul says, I pull out my Santa Claus list. And like Veronica says, give me the sound effect, Veronica. Oh, I think you're muted.
I'll do it again.
Okay, do it again. There it goes. I have a Santa Claus list. How many people did you help, Vedagurudev? Thousands, as many as could. I was looking for every opportunity, no stone unturned. I was looking in every cave. I wanted to help as many people as possible. So give me the opportunity to help you, you know? Free, paid, up to you, no pressure, right? So I don't want money to be any kind of barrier, right? Just like my guru said, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So let's start working today. Let's realize that we need some help, and I could use some tools to help me integrate in my life to overcome this Maya delusional world, and let's get to work.
Nice.
Well,
I was
Richard
out
had-
there recruiting people today at the office, you know.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Sometimes people come in and if they give me a compliment, sometimes they do like the guy said, have you lost weight? And then I was like, I might have lost like 5 pounds or something, but you know, I attribute it to yoga. And then I give the thing and I tell him a little bit about it. And so he seemed kind of interested. So I gave him one of the little tear offs. I said, here, take this. Come to our class. But yeah, I've always considered myself an optimist, and hope is what keeps me going. Hope, you know, of a brighter future. So
yeah, well, we appreciate all your hard work. I saw that you posted in our community. You had the Kriya Yoga poster in your shop, and we appreciate it. You know, rising tides lift all boats. So I'll take as much help from anybody as I can get.
Yeah, I got one in the yoga shop too now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll take all the yogis, all the yoginis, everybody. You don't have to be a yogi or yogini. Anybody that needs help out there, we help everybody wholeheartedly.
Excellent.
Well, Richard was saying that what he feels like is coming. He says, yes, I feel it will get better outside after much more purification. A new world is coming. Maybe it's the Satya Yuga coming. Maybe it's just another matrix spin, switching players and sceneries. Yeah.
Yeah, the Satya Yoga. Satya means like truth. So like the truth yoga, like the great awakening. So like yeah, I hope Richard's right. I would definitely like a more peaceful, harmonious world out here, and less matrix, if you know.
Yeah. More tricks.
less conscious attacks, less psyops, less, you know, a more easier path with less distractions out there, because it is definitely tough. So if the universe sheds some light on us, that would be totally beautiful. I would greatly appreciate that, you know. But trying to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. So if the ascension calls in the next 10 minutes, I'm traveling light. I'm ready to ascend anytime you're ready. Anytime Babaji calls me home, I'm ready to go. I'm traveling light. Where's your baggage, my friend? No baggage. I'm a sannyasi. I'm a renunciate. Only clothes on my back. I don't need none of this junk where I'm going. Don't you want to bring your iPhone? No. No need. Yeah, so hopefully the shift in the universe and the shift in the energy is happening, and The reason I do all these techniques, so I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. So if if Baba G calls me home, I'm packed and ready to go anytime. If he doesn't call me home, I'll stay and do my inner work and help as many people as I can for as long as I can, and try to get more names on my Santa Claus list.
Yeah. Well, I'm inspired to share what your guru has been sharing on Instagram, because I think it
Oh,
goes with
yes,
what we were
please.
talking about. Let's see. One was you become a powerful person. Hold on. You become a powerful person once you learn how to control what you react to.
Mm.
One
Yeah.
hug
Well
can save a really. Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, well said.
Yeah. One hug can save a relationship. One smile can start a friendship. One person can change your life. And yeah, I don't know. Those were the ones I caught, but I was just like, those are so nice.
And
Good
$1
insights,
cannot
Baba.
buy anything.
Yes.
$1 can't buy anything. Yeah. I noticed even if you go to the dollar store, you can't buy anything. It's not
it's
even
not
a dollar. It's like $1.50 or $2. I was like, it's a dollar store. It should be $1, right? Dollar store, dollar. But
It's advertising.
anyway, so I appreciate what my Guruji said. He's right. Like, only thing we can control is how we react to stuff, right? No matter what happens in the Maya delusional world, if you're in control of your emotions and your reactions, then you're less affected by it, right? And that really helps you overcome by controlling your reactions, right? And it's true. If you just cultivate love, you never know how far your relationship could go. Or if, like Paul said, if you had $1, you can't buy anything no more. So, yeah. So I agree with my Baba, like Baba Ji, and my Guru Ji, Swami Ji, that if we control how our reactions, then we'll be in a better state, and we'll be less controlled or less swayed by the narrative out there. Like you won't go to that pit of despair, because you're the king of your castle, you're sovereign, and you can control what you can control. But yeah, good Yana, good insight, like good wisdom from my guru. I'm actually surprised he's posting a lot, because he's a man of few words, as you know. Happy. So that's a lot more than I got out of him many times. So I'm glad he's coming out of his shell and expressing himself more, which I encourage more gurus to do.
Yeah, I think I'm following him on 3 different Instagram sites. I think he's got, he's all over the place. So
he's got 3 different Instagram accounts.
Yeah, I think I follow him on 2 at least. So
yeah, he sent me he messaged me on Instagram the other day, and he sent a picture of him like all in holy ash and his beads and everything. It's like a reminder, like, don't forget the Himalayan mountains. Don't get too tied up in that Maya delusional world, right? We still got love for you in the Himalayan mountains, and we appreciate the job you're doing. You're on the front line. So I know it's tough. It's tough for all of us. My guru used to hate to go to New Delhi because it's so polluted. In India, they honk at everything, right? Anytime they pass a car, they honk. So it's like millions of horns honking. It's like, and it's like, oh, yeah. But, so like, it really takes supreme mastery to overcome the traffic in New Delhi. The traffic is terrible. The pollution is terrible. Like Shiva Angi lives in New Delhi, so she could tell you firsthand. So yeah, he really tried to stay in a harmonious, peaceful state. Even if you go to New Delhi, you try to keep that peace and calm inside yourself, but take some work, you know? So they appreciate that. I could kind of feel, how would I say this in not a woo-woo mystical way? In the ether, in the astral plane, they're cheering for me. Like, oh, this guy, Vedagurudev, he's down there doing it. He ain't giving up, you know? No matter what happens, no matter what obstacle, what mountains put in his way, roadblock, he navigates it, walks around it, and keeps going. You know, he doesn't try to get frustrated. But I like when Patanjali said in the Yoga Sutras, the line to God is not a straight line, it's a zigzag. So this happens to all yogis and yoginis, right? Some days are good, some days are bad, but we always dust our stuff off, climb out the ditch, and keep walking, right? Like, well, that wasn't my best day, but I'm going to shake it off and I'm going to keep walking, right? Like, it's water off a duck's back, right? Yesterday is behind me. It's gone. I'm going to try to be better today and do the best I can and keep walking. So I want everybody out there to know that every day is not going to be your best day, even for enlightened beings. They have some off days, but the difference between them and other people is they just keep going. Like the Kriya Yoga School, I don't care what happens. I don't care how many members we have, what happens, nothing unchanged, you know, still doing the same work, still going the same direction, still helping people no matter what happens, right? So if you kind of keep that laser focus, it'll help you stay on track. But it is difficult out there, and I'm compassionate to people who have to navigate the 9-to-5 life or the Maya delusional world. It is difficult for sure, right? And there's millions of NPCs and millions of potholes and millions of pit of despair, and it's hard to navigate, you know, tiptoe around this Maya delusional world. So if you can, just get some techniques, join our free Kriya Yoga School and integrate those into your daily life, and you should be okay, you know? And I'll try to every day give you 2 inspirational videos on my YouTube channel at Vedagurudev to help you overcome whatever you're going through, you know? And if you want more, then we'll go to the next step. But have some tools, please, you know?
Yeah.
Because it is overwhelming on your consciousness, on your psyche to navigate this world.
I'm curious, is how awake someone is in proportion to how open-minded they are, do you think?
I mean, I would like to think so. I try to stay more an open-minded yogi, right? Like when I watch Chad's videos, like he says some stuff about Liz Cross or Tom Campbell, and I say, that resonates with me. I that feels about right, you know? So even though they're not from a yogic perspective, I'm still open to it. I like to say when we were in the Himalayan mountains, we were almost like the Pied Piper. We collected all spiritual traditions. All sadhus were welcome. All swamis were welcome. All lamas were welcome. All Christians, all Buddhists, anybody who wanted to walk with us was welcomed, right? So we took inspiration from all walks of life, no matter what they are. And when you go to Lake Shrine SRF and Malibu, Pacific Palisades of California, they have a shrine for each spiritual tradition, right? Like we accept all spiritual traditions, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So I try to stay open-minded. I think every spiritual tradition has something uplifting to offer and some good insights. So I always try to stay open-minded, but that's just my personal path. Other people, you know, some people are diehard, strict yogis. They're going down with the ship. It's Yogananda said it this way, and this is the way it is. And I don't care what else, you know, I'm fulfilling this all the way to the end, you know. So it just depends which way is more resonates with you. There's no right or wrong way to get to the mountaintop.
Vedagurudev, can you describe how it was and what each day was like when you attended the shrine in Malibu? Curious to visit someday.
What SRF Lake Shrine is like? It's a beautiful mecca for Kriya yogis. So they have a big lake, and they have a path around the lake, and you walk around the lake, and the lake has beautiful flowers. It has beautiful swans, and like I said, different parts around the lake have a sanctuary, a shrine for Buddhists, for Christians, for Muslims. So let's see. They have a thing for Krishna, and they have Gandhi's ashes in Lake Shrine, which you could see, and they have up on the hill they have like a temple, and the temple is where they do their satsangs or sanghas, and they have pictures, a big picture, Babaji, Krishna, Jesus, Yukteswar, Yogananda's guru, Lahiri Messiah, Yukteswar's guru, Yogananda. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody. I think that's it. I think there's 6 total. So yeah, it's a mecca for Kriya yogis, but it's not only exclusive for Kriya yogis. It's open to everybody. So it's beautiful. If you love swans, if you love flowers, it's a beautiful place. And what's good about it now, I haven't been there since the fire, but it's like a super beautiful sanctuary of nature amidst the chaos of all the fires. Everything around there is burned down. So it's a good kind of sanctuary to kind of center yourself and anchor yourself even in the chaos. All those people in Pacific Palisades that lost their homes. So it's a beautiful place. They have a gift shop if you want to buy some mala beads or statues or books from Yogananda, pictures. So yeah, I like it a lot, So it's a great place. If you have an opportunity, try to go there one time. I look to go back. And it would be totally beautiful for me and all of our students of our Kriya Yoga School to have a meetup there one day.
Yes.
That would be outstanding to uplift our energy and enjoy the Kriya Yoga Mecca. Yeah.
What happened with that little game on SKOOL where you win something? Is that still in progress?
It ends in 2 days on the 28th. So I don't think we're looking good, but next time.
Yeah, do the next.
When I was saying that was my plan. I was like, I'll win the SKOOL games. I'll fly to Los Angeles. I'll meet up with all our members in California, and we'll go to Lake Shrine. But didn't really work out that way. But never give up. Still going. Next 3 months is a new opportunity, so we'll see.
Divine timing.
Divine timing is right.
Mariana wants to know, do you go to the USA at all, or even or is it just to visit family?
Yeah, once or twice a year. I haven't been this year, but maybe if everything works out towards the end of the year, I would definitely like to go back to America. And my brother lives in Santa Monica, which is right down the street from Lake Shrine, SRF. He actually goes every week. He rides his bike there. So it's like 1 mile away. So he's not a Kriya yogi, but he enjoys it. He likes the swans and the flowers and everything. So yeah, I would love to go see my brother and go back to Lake Shrine. And my mother lives in Atlanta, Georgia, like outside of Atlanta, Georgia. So go see my mother, and maybe if I'm lucky, go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and see my football team, the Steelers, play. I don't know. Maybe go to Las Vegas and play the roulette wheel. No, I'm just joking.
Going everywhere.
I don't gamble. Touch the sign. Right? Take a picture in front of the Las Vegas sign. Go to Hollywood Boulevard, take a picture with Michael Jackson. Yeah, maybe if this Kriya Yoga doesn't work out, Paul suggested in our soul talks that I look like Woody Harrelson. I will dress up like Woody Harrelson, and I'll stand on Sunset Boulevard and take pictures, you know? Woody Harrelson. You see? That's my next career, right? Oh, look, Woody Harrelson's here. Pictures with Woody Harrelson, $10.
Yeah. I think people think you need to suffer to be enlightened, but I think that's I don't think you have to suffer to be enlightened. I think you can
Yeah, to be in enlightenment, you're kind of detached from the suffering. Because if you hold that suffering in enlightenment or samadhi, it doesn't work. Like you're gonna have you won't be able to get into that higher state. So you kind of have to let all that go and shed all that suffering, because your monkey mind loves to eat suffering. So if you're in a state of suffering, it's going to be very hard for you to control your mind or master your mind in a state of samadhi or enlightenment. So that's why we have these techniques called Sudi, which are basically letting go of all the suffering, all the thoughts, everything. You don't want none of that to follow you into samadhi. So you have to kind of shed all that first, right? Because you're not going to be able to get into that higher state of emptiness or the breathless state of communion with God in samadhi or enlightenment or bliss if you're holding on to these lower emotions, these suffering. So it's a process of shedding all that before you go in, right? And when you exist in that state of being, it's a blissful state. It's a happy place where suffering and pain is not really welcome, but it takes some mastery to overcome, but it's possible for anybody. If I could do it, anybody could do it. So, but yeah, I would say your suffering is not welcome in a higher state of enlightenment. Yeah. It has no place. Like it wouldn't work with suffering. Like you can't hold on to that. You got to let it go. So it's not welcome.
What they mean is that suffering like sparks spiritual growth, because when you're suffering, then you're like looking, you start seeking God, you know.
Yeah, true. Like if you're not in a state of pain or suffering, you're just going to take for granted the blissful state you have, right? So it sometimes takes like suffering and pain to jumpstart the car and awaken you, you know, like get you on the path and have some polarity to see, like, this is what it feels like to be enlightened. This is what it feels like to be suffer. So it kind of goes hand in hand, because how would you know what enlightenment is if you didn't suffer or didn't go through some pain? You would just take it for granted, like you wouldn't know. So you kind of need some kind of polarity to balance it, you know, like, okay, I'm not going to take this for granted because I know what it feels like to be in my ego or suffer or be in a state of pain. So, yeah, it does help your spiritual growth, and it does kind of awaken you more, right? And it does kind of not let you take for granted what you realize inside yourself. So, yeah, I would suggest what Paul said is true, that by suffering, it helps your spiritual growth. It gives you some perspective to know where you have came from. You know, if you're just enlightened from birth, then you don't, you know, it's hard to gauge what is enlightenment, because you don't know anything else. So it's good to have some kind of balance, like polarity, you know, like solar and lunar and masculine and feminine, to understand the balance of the universe.
I don't. Mariana says, I guess we are not in this realm to experience everything. We are not.
Yeah, well, there's some things that probably aren't meant to be experienced, like Mariana said. Like some things you just got to shed and become the detached witness and say, not going there, not going down that route. You know, I know where that leads. Sometimes I'll go into a store and the energy would just feel off. I don't try to make sense of it. I don't try to attach to it. I just walk out. not today, you know? So
Yeah.
some things aren't meant to be experienced, you know? Like I don't want to experience hurting another sentinel being. This feels like junk to me. I don't want to experience it, you know? I can't watch horror movies no more. It's almost like sticking my finger in a light socket, like, oh yeah, I can't do it, you know? Can't do it. I just don't resonate with violence no more, you know? Like, I just can't do it. So, like Mariana said, like, some things aren't meant to be experienced. I agree with you. So,
When you said that, that reminded me that your instincts saved you from that earthquake. You were thinking about going to that store, and something said, "Nah, I'm just gonna go straight home." Wasn't that what happened?
yeah. So
That Bangkok earthquake.
that's a good insight, because actually after this Satsang, I'm going to Bangkok again, right?
Oh,
So
are you?
hopefully there's not an earthquake. Yeah, it's my daughter's 3-month spinal checkup, you know, after surgery, right? So yeah, right after this I have to go back there. So the last time I was in Bangkok, the day after I left was the earthquake, right? Where I don't know if you saw, the buildings were shaking, the water was coming off, one building collapsed. Yeah, so my daughter wanted to go to this like mall, which was right across from the place that building collapsed, right? And I just had the insight, like, nah, we're not gonna do that today. You know, it's too far, it's away. It just felt off, right? My instincts fell off, and I'm glad I did, because I got it out of there right in time, you know? So, I mean, the earthquake happened like 6 hours later, but what if it happened, you know, right when I was there? Would have been a difficult situation. So I kind of feel like the ascended masters or the spiritual guides give me some kind of insights, like, yeah, let's go home now, you know? Let's get out of here, right? Because if I would have been stuck in there, traffic, and it would have been chaos, right? So, yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes my spidey sense, my inner divinity gives me some insights, like, you know, like, don't try to make sense of this. Let's just get out of here. Okay, I'm getting on the highway now. Let's go, right? And then I'm home safe, and then you see the chaos, you know, the earthquake and building fell and everything. So I'm glad I didn't go there, because who knows, you know, the building
Yeah.
I could have been in would have fell, and, you know, and that wouldn't have been a nice situation, right? But yeah, so sometimes I don't understand, like, what spirit guides want, or what the meaning, like, why do I gotta go home? I want to go over here. But then I see later, like, yeah, you're right, you know, I got to get out of my own way and just listen to the Akashic records of the astral plane, you know, the ether. They have good information.
What does it mean to be divinely protected? Because I look back on my life, and I think I was always protected. Like when I was a little girl, I had 3 German Shepherds that would follow me everywhere, and they saved my life a couple times. But I don't know, maybe we're all protected. I don't know. This is something I've been thinking about.
I think I am.
Yeah, I think I am too. Like, I always joke and say that even if I wanted to die, Baba G wouldn't let me. So they have a mission for me and a higher purpose. So I try to serve that mission. And yeah, I always feel like they're kind of guiding me. They're not interfering, because they're not allowed to interfere, but they kind of give you some breadcrumbs or some confirmations, like, not over there, or not today, you know, or whatever, you know. So you kind of get this intuition that you're divinely protected, right? And like, even the satsang, the stuff that's coming out my mouth, I take no credit for. I don't know where it comes from. Somebody asked me, am I tapping into the Akashic records? I don't know. I just try to open my crown, and the pillar of light hits me, and the stream of consciousness just comes out how it comes out. And I'm more accredited to delivering Babaji's mail. But yeah, I definitely feel Kriya Yoga chose me. I didn't choose it. So I almost call it like, how would I say this? spiritual wrestling, like it's predetermined. Like, all right, Vedagurudev, here's the plan. I know you don't understand the plan, but try to catch up, you know? So I always say Babaji's 2 years ahead of me. I'm just trying to catch up to him. So I always feel like I'm lagging behind, you know, like, what? What are we going to do? Why are we going there? And don't worry about it. Just get on the plane. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go. You know? So, and I'm catching up to him. Like, you're overthinking this. Just get on the plane. Let's go. You want me to climb that mountain? Man, look how cold that mountain is. Like, look how steep that. Just start walking, you know? I'll carry you. So it's almost like I felt like when I went up the Himalayan mountains, they carried me like a baby up there. Like, all right, I know you're not a mountain man and you're not built for this. I got you, you know? We're going to clear the weather. We're going to carry you up here like a baby. So I almost felt like they were carrying me up there, you know? Like, all right, we'll take it from here, you know? Just surrender to it and we'll take it from here. So I don't know how any of that happened, to be honest with you, but I definitely feel divinely protected for sure. 100%. I would definitely say that. I take no credit for any of this. All the glory to Babaji, all the glory to Mataji, all the glory to the Siddhas, all the glory to Lord Shiva, all deities, all Devis, all archangels, all ascended masters, all enlightened beings, all light beings, everybody, you know? Whoever has their ears open, I love you all. Thank you for helping a big dummy like Vedagurudev.
Well, I have a question for you from Sandy, but I think you kind of answered it. But what's your view on guides or guardian angels and the concept they are assigned to you at birth to guide? I feel my guides are more universal and less personal, more like ancestors, ascended masters, light beings like Babaji, accessible to all.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're assigned some, but I think the higher you get on higher you level up on your spiritual vibration or your spiritual awareness, you get more. Because I sometimes get an audience of people I don't even call or invoke. So like, I don't know how they got assigned to me or how they heard my call, because I wasn't calling them at all, but they let me know that they're around. So like, that's why I say everybody, because you never know who has their ears open and who, you know. I mostly pray to Hindu gods and yogis and ascended masters, but there are a lot of people out there. So Veronica asked me one time, do you ever feel lonely on the spiritual path? I go, how can I feel lonely? I don't even know how all these people fit in this room. You know, it's so packed, right? I got archangels, I got yogis, I got lords, I got Devis, I got all kinds of people. Man, I don't know where they all come from. So I think, in my perception, in my intuition, the higher you get, raise your vibration, the more you get, right? So even though you're assigned with one or two, my guru used to say, open the crown of your chakra so the pillar of light can hit the crown of your head. And they say in yoga, the lowest place ascended master or enlightened being can come is the crown of your head. So I like to imagine myself having tea with Babaji on the crown of my head, right? So all these practices we're doing, we're raising our energy so our energy can be centered and aligned, so we could open the crown of our head and get insights from the higher realms, let's say like that. So I always try to have my door open. I like when my guru said, we open our door to God and we close our door to the ego. So when I do my daily sadhana, my yogic practice, I always open my door. So archangels, you want to come? Door is open. You know, yogis, you want to come? Door is open. Shiva, you want to come? Door is open. I always try to welcome an audience of any enlightened being, no matter what they're from, you know. And there's a butterfly. You just saw it, right? And yeah, so I always try to have my energy at such a high vibration that people far away on the astral plane can hear it. That's why when I sing these bhajans or these bhakti, these kirtans, these songs, I sing with full bhava from my heart, because I imagine myself singing directly to the astral plane, like, oh, there goes that Vedagurudev singing wholeheartedly from his heart, you know. All right, let's give him an audience. Yeah. So it got so bad at once, like the other yogis were like, lower, too loud. From my mouth to God's ear, you know? I want to make sure he hears it. And when I blow the conch, like I did in the yagna, I try to blow it, hear it right away. Oh, there he goes. He's lighting the fire, you know? So I always try to align my energy and keep my temple, my body, my ashram clean. So when God gives me an audience, I don't have to get ready, because I stay ready always. So I always try to align my energy and keep my energy in a pure state as possible. So it's nice and clean for enlightened beings to enjoy. Let's say it like that.
I've got a question real quick about what do you think about this? Okay.
Let me stretch my legs one second.
Stretch out.
How long have we been on here?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. It's about that time. Windshield wipers, butterfly.
How you're stretching out. Richard just had a fun comment for you. I love when
go ahead.
I love when Gurudev spaces out because of butterflies. Like, oh, butterfly.
It's a good confirmation. Even me, a harsh Kriya yogi, gets a smile on his face and has a blissful state just seeing a butterfly, like a joyful child, right? Like I'm 5 years old. Look, a butterfly. Whoa, look at those colors, you know?
Yeah.
When you raise your vibration, it just becomes way more vivid, and the colors and the nature and everything. So I guess I'm in that place. So beautiful. I enjoy the opportunity, the audience of a butterfly flying by. So I go back to my child innocence when I see a butterfly. So you're right, Richard.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was what you thought about astrology and tarot cards, because I have like a favorite tarot card person on YouTube called Baba Jolie, and I listened to her stuff. And today I was watching some other video, and then mysteriously it just automatically went to her, and it was on my sign, Aquarius. So I was listening to it, and a lot of the stuff like resonated with me, like about what's going on in my life. Like I can see, yeah, that's true. She said something like, I got a lot of things in the works, and all your plans are going to come to fruition, and that I've been placed on hold here, like for like a time by myself, like I'm already married, but my wife's, I'm still struggling to get her here, but like that, that was meant, for me to have time to just develop myself or whatever. And just be by myself, because, I don't like being by myself. So maybe that's why. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think there's any problem with tarot or astrology or anything like that?
No, I think if it resonates with you and it uplifts you, then it's perfectly fine. I mean, I don't really have too much knowledge of astrology. That really wasn't my path. But a lot of these Indians, they have Vedic astrology, where they look at the cycles of the moon and, different things in astrology, which I never really got into, but I still respect it. So I would say if it uplifts you and it resonates with you, then it's perfectly great. Then I would keep listening to it. Like, there's no real one size fits all, it's just whatever uplifts you and makes you happy and gives you the best feeling. That's probably the best way to go. So I would definitely say, if it resonates with you, then keep doing it.
Yeah, and sometimes I think that's how my guides can give me messages by So I'm gonna listen to this, and then so maybe my guides are sending something through that they want me to hear, or same thing when I'm reading like a book, a spiritual book, and it's like, oh yeah, I needed that encouragement.
Yeah, I would say that resonates true. Like sometimes your guides send you subtle messages that they want you to contemplate and resonate with, and sometimes you got to surrender to it and get out the way. So if most of the people out here in the world aren't aware, right? So just having that awareness that that's what's happening, or that's what you think is happening or resonating, is way further than most people. Most people just take life for granted, and they look at astrology or yoga as this woo-woo California tree hugger kind of thing, and they just miss the message, right? So sometimes your spiritual guides are reaching out to you, but you just take it for granted, and it goes to waste. But when you have the awareness, like, oh, this really may uplift me and felt me good, let me research this more, let me dive into this more, and let me contemplate this and meditate on this more, and then you see, oh yeah, that's what they're trying to say. So in my case, I feel that a lot. Like this guy Vedagurudev, he needs some help, right? The tree is right in front of his face, but he don't see it. So they go extra, sometimes they have to lean into it. Like, we've been calling you, but you're not answering our calls. Like, oh yeah, okay, so sometimes they do. In my case, for sure, they do. There goes another one. So and
magical.
Today's a magical butterfly day.
Yeah.
So sometimes they do, like, give you subtle messages, like breadcrumbs, like contemplate on this more, meditate on this more, because you're missing the point, and what we're trying to tell you. Because in my intuition, they could guide from afar, but they can't interfere. So it's kind of a thin line that they walk, like we could give you some messages, but we could put messages in your mailbox, but you have to open the mail, So if you don't open the mail, then their messages don't come home, if you know what I'm saying. So like you kind of have to be open to it, right? And that's why I feel that certain enlightened beings give me a darshan or an audience, because I've raised my vibration by doing so much yogic practice that readily available to hear the message, right? I'm open to it, right? And I could process the message without being in a state of fear if they give me an audience, So I'm more open to whatever message is out there in the ether. Let's say it like that,
So Sandy's a psychic. She had some opinions about tarot and astrology. Tarot is
Great.
magical. This tool has been a huge part of my spiritual journey. And then she says, I'm drawn to astrology also, not as prescriptive, but rather as a map to your path and consciousness. So, and then Mariana says, I like tarot and a bit of astrology and numerology and geometry. It's the number thing. Gematria.
Yeah, gematria.
Yeah. And then I have a specific question from Mariana for you. Yes, there's cutting cords meditation, Vedagurudev. Oh, wait, let me go on. Is this a question? Give us a shield or light where I imagine Michael cutting negative cords with his sword. Yeah, you already did. You gave us that meditation.
Yeah, so that is a meditation. What I think it's called the shield of light. That's one I actually filmed where I found the sword in my house, and I actually cut the cord in the video. So yeah, Archangel Michael has the blue light sword in my perception. I could be wrong. And it's no problem for him to cut all the cords and negative attachments that you have or you're holding on to. So we have an excellent meditation in our Kriya Yoga School Master Course. I think it's called the Shield of Light, where you cut the cord. And in the actual video, I have a sword and I'm cutting all our members' cords. so yeah. Archangel Michael definitely cuts cords. But in my perception, there's nothing Archangel Michael can't do. So, but they want you to. Oh, cool bird. And
Birds now.
there's a bird right here. He's just out the screen, you know. But
Yeah.
it's a cool. Oh, he flew away. So, in my perception, these high-level enlightened beings, these higher frequency light beings, they don't like to interfere too much, right? So they'll give you some breadcrumbs, but it's up to you to do the inner work, the spiritual work. So they kind of guide from afar, but not too hands-on, let's say, you know, like intuitions or like darshans, they kind of give. But yeah, they're definitely around. Like I didn't know Archangel Michael and seraphims and all these angels were a part of my soul family, but now I know. they made me aware. So all the love to Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. So they're all the greatest. All the seraphims, too many to name. They're all the greatest, you know. So I love them all. You know, I wasn't aware. I more prayed to Shiva. I more invoked Babaji, but they made me aware that they're around also. So all the love to them also.
I have a Kriya Yoga question. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube of people doing the Ujjayi breath, and they all seem to do it differently. Can you show us how it's done according to you? Like,
so Ujjayi breath. Jai means victory. So it's victorious breath. It's like victory over your breath. So the way you do it, let me see if you could hear it. So it's basically like constricting your throat, but like it's kind of like a hissing, like a snoring kind of ocean kind of breath in your throat. Like so it's basically like when you do pranayama, you use Ujjayi breath, but there's other steps in it also. But it's basically like instead of snoring in your nose, it's kind of in your throat. So it's like victorious breath in your throat, or like ocean breath in your throat. And it's kind of like a snoring, like a hissing in your throat. Like I mean, it's probably hard to hear out here because there's so much going on. But like it's like a hissing, and it's spelled Ujjayi. So if you type it in Google, they'll probably have some examples. What were the other examples you saw of Ujjayi breath?
Some of them weren't like they weren't. Some people were breathing out loud, and some people were keeping it inside. So I was just curious if if it's something internal or external.
Well, I more emphasize it internal, but in our class I try to emphasize it so you could hear the rhythm and the sound. So I do it a little extra, you know, to so our students could hear it. But I mean, Ujjayi breath, I would say also if it resonates with you more internally, then that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
If you like to hear the rhythm out externally, then that's perfectly fine also. There's no one size fits all or my way or the highway, you know, it's all great. So whichever way you do it that resonates with you, then that is the best way and the best approach, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about the the pranayamas. I don't know. You said that guru said that's the one thing you keep. Is the breathing techniques the secret to living longer?
Yeah, they would say that in yoga. Like my guru would say, if you don't have time in the day, you could skip everything except your pranayama. Most important. So there's a high emphasis in Kriya Yoga on pranayama. My guru used to say, we breathe slowly and deeply like a turtle. A turtle takes, I don't know what he said, 6 breaths a minute. So he could live 120 years. We don't want to breathe fast. We want to breathe slowly and deeply and gently. So we extend our life. A lot of these Sita techniques are to extend their life so they can get as far down the path as possible. So this is one of them where they breathe slowly and deeply and not too fastly,
Okay.
you know, unless they're trying to heat up your body. If you do like Kalapabhati breath, where you heat up your body, you know, like fire breath or Tumo, then you would want to have fast breaths because you're trying to generate heat. But mostly they try to slowly breathe and calmly breathe and extend their breaths for as long as possible. Even mantra japa, they try to hold Om like as long as possible, right? Like Om. So they're extending the breath, right? They're trying to elongate the breath as much as possible. So yeah, I would definitely say they trying to breathe slowly and deeply and be like a turtle and live as long as possible and make as much progress in this physical incarnation. So if they pick up where they left off in the next incarnation, they're as far down the path as possible. And who wants to go through that dreaded memory wipe again, you know?
Yeah.
Go as far as you can, my friend, in this life, because who knows what happened. It took me a long time to wake up and get back on the spiritual path. So I don't want to do that again if I have to, you know? That was lost time over 40 years of my life.
I don't want to rebuild this house. Brick by
wow,
brick.
you know, me too. It was tough, man. I had the darshan that I was almost lost in the sauce, if you know what I'm saying. Like I almost was having too much fun in my ego body that Babaji felt like if I don't wake this guy up, he might be lost for another however many incarnations. So, you know, I'm glad I got the message, and Kriya Yoga chose me and I didn't chose it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I'm glad I
He
did
saved
wake
you.
up because I was having too much fun being a DJ and driving a car, whatever, you know, looking at my bank account zeros, whatever, you know. So I'm glad Babaji did kick me in my ass and hit me with his lightning bolt because I needed that. I was too much enjoying myself. I was having too much fun in my ego existence, you know.
Here you are.
Here I am. Thank you, Babaji. You know, Jai Babaji. I'm glad Babaji woke me up because I have compassion because I know what it's like to be. I told Chad one time, like, somebody asked a question, what do you think of NPCs? I was like, I was the biggest NPC before I got on the path to Kriya Yoga. I was totally lost in the ego, Maya, delusional world. I treated my body like an amusement park. I did everything you could do wrong, you know? So if I could wake up and get on the path, it's available for anybody, you know? If I could do it, anybody could do it. So I don't want anybody to feel like it's not possible. Vedagurudev, he's an enlightened being. I can't do it. No, I'm not. I was in my ego body more than anybody. I'm the most unlikely, worst yogi ever in the history of the universe. So if I can do it, anybody could do it. So I want everybody to feel like they could do Kriya Yoga. Don't let these asanas or these people on the internet scare you that you can't do Kriya Yoga. It's available for anybody. And in our free school, we have techniques that anybody could do. Anybody could breathe. Anybody could lie on their back in Shavasana There's something for everybody, no matter what your level is, beginner, intermediate, advanced, or what your age is. Anybody can practice Kriya Yoga. So if you want to start practicing Kriya Yoga, join freekriyayogashop.com. And there's a free beginner mini course. There's a bunch of courses that explain Kriya Yoga. Who is Vedagurudev? What are the 5 folds of Kriya Yoga? How to use the SKOOL platform and communicate with our members, and how to post. And so there's something for everybody. So there's like 7 beginner mini courses. There's like mantra japa. We give you a beginner mantra, which is very profound. Hamsa. There's asanas. There's some complete yogic breath, Purnasudhi. If you can't sit like me, like in half lotus or full lotus, you could sit on a chair. How to do yoga sitting in a chair. We demonstrate all that. So there's something for everybody. So I don't want anybody to feel like Kriya Yoga is not for me. I felt the same way when I got on the path of Kriya Yoga. They showed me the asanas. I was like, no way. I am never in my life sitting in full lotus position. So when Chad says his legs doesn't do that, I had the exact same thing. That's why I always laugh about it. Like I said the exact same thing. My legs will never sit in lotus position. It's just my body doesn't work that way. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. All I did was just practice, and we have good how to sit like a yogi, like sitting warm-up exercises, how to loosen your hips, your legs, your knees, so you can sit like this for long periods of time. So if I could do it, anybody could do it.
Yes.
So
living proof.
All I need to do is shake off my legs for a couple seconds every 2 hours. So if I could sit like this, anybody could. When I first started practicing yoga, I couldn't sit on the floor for more than 2 minutes. My legs were totally numb, like gone.
Yeah.
I had to like scoop myself. My legs were spaghetti. I couldn't stand up. Like I had to scoop myself to a chair. Like I couldn't do it, So I understand. Like it seems scary at first, but it's available for anybody. And you don't have to do the asanas. You just do what works best for you. Do the mantra japa, do the pranayama, do the meditation. It's perfectly fine. Just have some tools to integrate in your daily life, I would say, So, and if you like the value we give, just watch our YouTube videos. Subscribe, please. Vedagurudev, and
And like.
Like, comment. It's more important to subscribe. So Sandy wanted to buy a coffee, and we can't take donations on our live till we get over 1,000 members. We're real close. We're over 800. So we just need 200 more. Get us over that limit. And I'll give you some good motivational videos, 2 a day. 1 Babaji motivational quote where I explain, and 1 Satsang edit. So we take each one of these questions and we make it a daily video on YouTube. So a lot of good value. And let's just give me the opportunity to help as many people as I can. Jai Babaji.
So I don't know, this is kind of a weird question. Is it normal to get like electric shocks in your head before sleeping after doing meditation? I don't know, is that like DMT being activated too again, or I don't know if that's something normal to happen.
Yeah, so when you feel like tingling or like shocks or like electricity, it's a good confirmation. It's a good sign of your inner awakening is kind of happening, right? Like you're starting to let go of the blocks, and you're starting to let your soul shine, right? Like my guru used to say, your soul has always been in the background. Bring it to the forefront and bring all your ego to the background. Like bring it, let it shine. So when you start feeling these little confirmation or these little tingling, it's kind of showing that the path, the energy, the electricity in your body, which is called tejas, is starting to flow, right? It's starting to activate. It's starting to tingle, right? Your nadis are starting to open up. your susimna nadis starting to open up. Your pingala, which is the right side of your spine, is nadi starting to open up. Your ida is starting to open up. So all these things are starting to open up. And I like the visualization of, like, my guru used to say, light every cell of your body with inner divinity. So like a little bunch of mini suns are activating, and pins of light are shooting off your body, like pew, like millions of pins of light. So you're starting to like glow and radiate and vibrate in that frequency, which is a good sign. Like if I felt that, I would just lean into it and do it more, right? Like whatever technique you did that got you into that state, or is getting you into that state, I would just keep cultivating that and doing that more as much as possible.
Yeah, people all the time tell me that it looks like I'm glowing. I don't know when this happened, but I'm like,
yeah,
and
that's a good sign.
Yeah, I had 2 random people at work that were totally unrelated, and they're like, "Are you spiritual?" I'm like, I didn't even know how to answer that. I've never thought I was spiritual, but I was like, "Oh, maybe I am." Like, I don't know if other people are noticing something different. Like,
they said you were glowing because you were spiritual? Like,
yeah, I don't know. It was this lady is just like, "I think you're a spiritual person." I'm like, "Oh, maybe I am." I didn't even know how to answer that. Like, I was like, "Well, thank you." Like,
you're like, yeah, am I spiritual? I don't know. Does being one with the universe mean I'm spiritual?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes, I am.
You're glowing. Thank you, God. I've been waiting to reach this state, right? Shining, right? Like you go in a dark room, you're the lighthouse, so you're like the glowing light bulb,
Yeah.
right? Bringing the light to darkness. Like, thank you, God. I want to be the light. I want to glow as bright as possible, and amplify as much light as I can, and
Yeah.
bring destruction to the darkness as much as I can. Too much darkness, more light. So I encourage all light beings to shine as bright as possible. Shine bright like a glowing light.
Yeah. Shine bright, star.
Shine bright, star.
Let's say somebody like meditates regularly and they've got a good practice, but like they just stop doing it. What would be the side effects of like just like stopping meditating and all the things that you're doing? I guess you'd be starting, yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, if you stop meditating, I mean, I don't know why you would stop meditating, but maybe life calls, and you're so tired after work, and you just don't have time for it no more, or you want to exercise more or something. But I would hope that the time you did meditate, it became almost second nature, where you cultivated the inner peace and the inner stillness, where it still kind of carries. I like to think of it as like riding a bike. Like, I haven't rode a bike in a long time, but I still kind of know how to ride a bike. So if I got back on a bike,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll just come back to me and be second nature. Like, I haven't DJ'd in a while, but I still got it. Like, just plug me in and let me go to work. Let me cook. So same thing. Like, I haven't meditated in a while, but I know how to meditate. So when I was young, I used to like to skateboard. I haven't done it in many decades, but maybe if I got on a skateboard, I could not jump over the Empire State Building, but
yeah, baby steps.
I could go around. I could push and do different stuff. So like, same thing. Like, if you left meditation for a while, hopefully it'd be like second nature. Like look at Chad. He didn't do YouTube for 6 months, but he came back, and it's like another day at the office, right? Like, he never left.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens in meditation. So, and you might, like, if you exercise every day and you stop exercising for 6 months, your body's going to feel kind of drained, and you'll be like, yeah, I need to meditate more. I need to get back in the gym, the gym
Yeah.
for my soul. So
Yeah, I need to do my Kriya yoga practice again.
I need to get back to it. I miss it, you know. So if I don't meditate for a while or do any sadhana, I miss my meditation cushion. I miss my practice. So it's almost like, today I don't have time. I got to do something, but I miss it. I can't wait to get back
Yeah.
to it. So it almost becomes like second nature. So yeah, I would say if you take 6 months off, be like Chad and get back on the bike, and just like second nature, like
Yeah, you gotta work
another
that
day at the
muscle again.
office. Work that muscle. I never forgot, right? So I like to think I could, if I got a job DJing, I could go back and not even miss a beat. Like you know, even though I took some time off, I still got it.
Well, I know you got to get going, so I'll just give you like one more question before we go. So what are the reasons you think we have moments of deja vu?
That's a good question. That's been happening to me a lot lately, you know, and I've been trying to make sense of it. I think we have deja vu because we're remembering our past incarnation. Like it always seems like I've been here, I've done this before, and I know what this is. Like I know what to do in this situation. In my case, it's been happening to me a lot, and I don't know why, but I feel like I've been in this situation in another past life, and I'm kind of feeling it again and resonating with it again, you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I feel, but it's hard to say exactly, but I kind of feel like I've done this before, and it's like reliving it again. But this time you have more information. It's not your first day at the rodeo. Let's say it like that. Like I just said, it's like riding a bike again. Like I've been here before. I know this feels. I've been through this before, and I know what to do in this situation. All right, let's get to work. You know,
Yeah.
like cool. Or you know, like it doesn't feel like this is brand new. It feels like you've done this before, and you've done this many times, and you've been through this situation, so you know how to pivot and change course in this certain situation. So I like deja vu, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a reminder of who you are, and you know what to do in this situation. You know, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it helps you with the mind wipe, like kind of like overrides that. Like oh, I
Right.
remember.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a blueprint or like a breadcrumb or confirmation or a signpost on the path. Like we've been through this before. You know what to do, you know? Okay. Yeah, I got it. You know, let's do it.
Sandy says that deja vu, it's cara maya, that's French. And then, haha, in Spanish it is translated as my face, LOL.
Deja vu, my face.
Yeah. It is a reflection.
A reflection back to you. This is who you are. This is your true state, your true nature.
Sandy puts it better. She says, remembering who we are. Yes.
Yeah, remembering who you are. Remembering your true nature. Yeah, I agree. That's a great way to put it.
Well, did you want to do a thumbnail before we go? Did you have anything up your sleeve? Or
yeah, you want to try to do another thumbnail?
Yeah,
This one looks
let me
good
remove
today.
This.
Yeah, let's do another thumbnail. Let me get into my traditional yogic stance. You want to see how you warm up your legs to get in full lotus position? Here it is. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, knee down. You know, loosening up the hips.
It's like we're in class. See, it's not easy. It hurts.
That was way down there. Okay.
Okay, I think we got it. Oh, we got 2
Okay.
comments before we go. Remembering Richard Cardinal says yes. Remembering. Yeah, ring.
Remembering.
And Mariana says, I am just Mariana. They're at the school. I think, oh, that's the conversation they're having. Like,
Feel free to
yeah,
communicate in between each other on the
yeah.
YouTube chat. We have a big family here. We're uplifting all beings. So, any insights or experiences, feel free to share.
Mariana says, you're killing me. Shalom, Alkamin. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Have a good day. Vedagurudev.
You too. Have a beautiful day, Mariana, and all peace, bliss, and love always. And don't get attached to what other people think. They're not important.
Yeah. And Sandy says, blessings and gratitude to all. Good night. Good night.
Blessings and gratitude to all out there, all enlightened beings, everybody.
Well, I guess how you're
Okay.
facing this all, I guess we'll go out with your prayers. Oh, one more comment. Oh, Mariana, I didn't recognize you. Haha, I love it. Okay, love it.
Maybe put the banner up so we can go out. I'll say my usual sales pitch.
Okay.
Kriya Yoga sales pitch. So yeah, this wraps up our June 25th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang with me and Veronica. Make sure you subscribe, 100% free at Vedagurudev, and make sure you join our free Kriya Yoga school, kriyayogashop.com. Click on the join the group button, and you'll have access to great free Kriya Yoga techniques to integrate into your daily life. If you're going through something in the present moment and you need help right away, join, book a call with me, Kriya Yoga Masterclass. You'll go there, you'll see a red button. It says book a call. Click on that red button. A calendar and a schedule will come up with the date and time. Pick your date and time, and I'll go on a call with you, and we'll solve your problems together, and we'll walk this Kriya Yoga path together. If you're ready to start practicing Kriya Yoga right now, today, and you want the Kriyas, then go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. You'll see it says join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. Click on that button, join our class, and you'll have access to all our new moon and full moon Yagna holy fires, which we did yesterday, burning up all your problems. I will personally coach you on the path to Kriya Yoga, and we'll overcome all our vasana samskaras, our ego, our karma together. So with that said, we'll wrap up this June 25th, Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang. And we do this every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a Vedagurudev Soul Talks live from a Thailand beach. So you're all welcome to join us. Make sure you put it on our calendar. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join the free Kriya Yoga School. And we love all people out there. And if you need help, please give me the opportunity to let me help you. And I'll go out with the Babaji's Mula mantra, which is Babaji's direct phone number. So if you're going through something and you want to overcome it and you need help from Babaji, call Babaji directly with his Mula mantra. And it goes like this. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. So Om Kriya Babaji Namo Om. So I give you Babaji's direct phone number before we leave. With that said, I will say the Shanti Universal Peace Mantra, giving peace and love to all people of all religions all around the world. And love to everybody, all your friends, family, and loved ones out there. Om Shanti, 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 Shalom. Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Am Om Spirit Swami Kami Amen Amen Omen Selah Om Om. I didn't know how much emotional pain I was carrying until Kriya Yoga helped me face it and release it. It is gentle, but it goes deep. If you're dealing with emotional wounds, anxiety, or old trauma, this practice could help you come back to your center. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or join my free school at freekriyayogashop.com.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.